Otherwise, let me check my computer. 83 gigs. I'm actually going to clear some space real quick.
How many drives do you have?
Out of 4 terabytes. Back to 150. It's because I'm saving up some FNF footage because I'm trying to make some stuff, but every time I try to record it, it's being a bit of a pain when I do the voiceovers. Basically, if I don't like the take, I'll delete it, and then for whatever reason, when I record the next take, it copies things over from the last take as well, and it fuses them together, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And this is on Sony Vegas, and Sony Vegas doesn't have, like, I looked it up, like, they don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, alright, cool. I'm just in a weird conundrum right now.
What Vegas do you use?
Vegas... It's not letting me see it from my dash bar, that's fine. Whatever, I'll figure it out this week.
I use 13.
Who the fuck is Cookie Monster?
Why? Who's Cookie Monster?
I'm not putting Azariah's thing in my multi because he just sent me one for Luton. He didn't even put it correctly, little bastard.
Luton?
Yeah, don't worry.
Team 6 now.
My predecessor.
Oh. Oh, there's another joke I made, which actually I didn't make it. My friend made it, and I thought it was. So did you? I don't suppose you caught any of the Game Awards at all.
I only dipped in to see the Homeworld 3 trailer and get super worried about how unfinished it looks.
Wait, which trailer?
Homeworld 3.
Oh, yeah. So did you see who won Creator of the Year?
No.
Dream did. So about like 2-3 hours ago, I went on Twitter and quote tweeted the announcement that he won, or the congratulations that he won, and went, "Thanks, guys."
Amazing. You probably want the multi as well. There you go.
I did at you as well to make the joke more funny.
Ah, I see. Let me go ahead and put this in the FNF chat, and we'll chill till they start the damn thing. They're just going through all their announcements right now, that's why.
Yeah.
Where's their media? There it is.
Have you seen that soon thing coming up?
What soon thing? The 26th event?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try to show up for that one. I mean, I've been telling people the 26th I might be able to make it, might not. 23rd is my anniversary, 24th is Eve, 25th is Christmas. I should be able to make it for the 26th, but no guarantees.
So you're not live, like
I am live. Yeah.
Can they
Sorry
hear me?
I can. I'll mute the stream real quick. Well, good luck with that, Dream.
Yeah, so, you know.
Oh, shit, wait, hold up. I just noticed I actually had a sub while I was working. Dr. Dead, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this little FNF stream. Right now, they're just setting up, well, they're actually getting in the slotting now. Got about 100 people on tonight. Should be interesting, to say the least, but I don't know. This round is going to be interesting because it's, simplistic in its asset usage, so... My opinion, it's leaning towards Blue 4, because an M2 Humvee can easily hunt down and eliminate 2 BTR-80s, but we're not going to get into that argument again.
Oh yeah, I officially announced that my chat or your chat can no longer call me a bad sniper.
Pixar didn't happen.
I have pics.
Okay.
I have an entire stream.
Cool. So did it happen?
Yes.
I see. Oh, wait, did I release that today? The stream where I had a giant Santee float from Cox HUD bonus content, like murder a bunch of people, did I actually release that today? Because I thought I was supposed to release something else today.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I did release it today. Oh, well. I scheduled things at like 1 a.m. last night as a meme. Nice. Yeah, like any other video, it's not going to get that much views because no one gives a shit about my full videos. Let's see. Yeah, no, should be good. I don't know. That new algorithm change is really kicking my butt, but we'll recover by the end of the month at this rate.
Look, just don't make YouTube videos and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, right? And I'll just lose half my revenue. Woo!
Just don't, yeah.
I could
Like
go
I
on
said.
Turtle Hub instead and
Yeah.
do pornographic turtle content. That's apparently something that I can do. Not that I would know, actually, so whatever.
So you are a turtle?
No, I'm not the turtle. I never admitted that. I just said I know how to do turtle stuff.
All right, then. That's kind of, that's
That
worse.
there was
That is
no
worse.
omission.
That's worse. That's worse.
How does that work? Actually, no, you're right. That is a lot worse. I'm going to stop talking about that now. I'm also going to turn off my TFAR plugin so I don't get yeeted when the mission starts. That would be, because we actually want to commentate on this, correctly?
Yeah, that would be good.
No, Bloodwing's not a turtle. Oh, great. See, now I brought her into this. Ah.
Oh, look what you've done. Look what you've done, Liru.
I'm just going to enjoy this damn whiskey while I can.
Yeah, I've been live for 11 minutes. You've been live for like 5, and we've already gone to turtle porn.
Turtle porn.
Fucking god. Okay, so funny thing recently, I figured out how to do sound alerts. And my chat have not let me live it down. Someone just played very bass boost, well, not bass boosted, but very loud crab rave.
Amazing. Hey, look, Grav still has Blastcore on.
Cringe.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
And yes, that does mean we'll be doing a Faz stream soon with them on.
Nice.
Because Faz got its new update today.
Yeah, the 0.5 update. I might actually dip in. I don't know. Just
Hit me up.
oh, hey, look, Kazag with Vietnam. Otherwise, I don't really like Phasmophobia anymore. Like now, it's just more of like it's just hide and pray not to die and pray not that the mechanic kills you.
I know what you mean.
There's not really any way to counter it anymore. Which is why I don't, like, Dante doesn't want to play it anymore. He'll do, there's a new one out called Obsidio, which is actually really fun. Because it's like Phasmo, but it goes in the direction of, you know, you can still kind of survive from it. And,
what is it called?
Obsidio, just hit me up after the stream. I'll link you a
Yeah,
message. But, like, Ghost Hunter Core is also still super fun. And then the other one we played for a little bit, with the Egyptian pyramid stuff. I've already forgotten the name of that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's Forewarned.
Forewarned, that's it, yeah.
I looked into that. Is it VR only? I looked at it not so long ago.
No, you can do non-VR and VR.
Well, I'll have to play
VR is really funny, though, because if your VR glitches out, you start doing some really, really twisted animations, and it's
nice.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean by Faz. Me and my friend can get, you know, bored by it after a while, but I don't know. We need to find it because Devour. We played Devour. I don't know if you played Devour.
I think I have it. We haven't touched it yet, though.
Devour's good, but it's loud equals scary.
Yeah,
is what Devour is.
So let's give him a warm welcome.
Oh wow, we're already in. But yeah, hit me up. And I'll message you after. Hit me up next time you play.
Did you see where our cameras spawn? It's a little
wait,
it's a little
I didn't
streaming
actually see
pad here. That's actually kind of cute.
Where is it? I went away from it like immediately.
097121 on a little northern hamlet in the lake in the AOs. It's got both flags on it.
Oh, the lake, the one just under the name Lake Rasa.
Yeah.
Was this? Oh yeah.
There's a building with 2 flags. I thought that's I always like it when the mission makers give us little
I
Easter
like
eggs
the
to
helicopter one. I like
talk
the
about.
helicopter one.
The helicopter
Where
one's pretty
where
dope.
We were dead, where you crashed us and killed us.
I didn't crash us, okay?
Yes, you did.
Look, I was just using the streamer helicopter to commentate, and they thought we were the enemy, so they shot us down with stingers.
You got too close, and that's why we can't have the helicopter anymore.
I know, okay? I ruined it. I'm sorry. You're going to hold it up over my head for another few months, and then we'll move on with our lives, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get on with the attacking faction. I already just saw something on Blue 4 that I really want to get into, but we're going to do the attackers first. So, This is round 1 EU for Friday Night Fights. We are going to be doing 3 rounds for the EU branch, then 3 rounds for the NA branch, which will be in roughly 5 hours, a little under that actually. And it looks like for our first round, we're having a Gulf Coast mission with a 2 objective destroy. So Blue 4 is going to be defending 2 objectives. As you can see, looking over at Blue 4 on the map, Op 4 see these 2 blue zones, and somewhere in that zone is something that they need to destroy. Usually it's an ammo cache, but we'll get into it a little bit more when we get closer. But otherwise, Op 4 is going to be our, what I like to call the Op 4 vanilla of Friday Night Fights, the faction you see pretty much every week, because it's the standard faction they have, but it is Russian EMR with 545 based AKs. Now, they did have a bit of a roster update as well. There's some new weaponry choices. We're going to be seeing some more RPKs instead of PKMs as the automatic rifle for balancing reasons. And the sniper team / recon teams, what you see in X-Ray, now every faction has the choice of taking a submachine gun or a special weapon. So the Russians, now you can bring in a PP-2000, and if you're a Green 4 faction, you can bring in a Scorpion. So that is quite interesting to spot. But otherwise, Op 4 for this mission, they're going to get 2 BTR-80s, as well as multiple different gases for transport, 2 truck versions of the gas, and then a lot of gas transport cars. Otherwise, with the weaponry we already went over, again, AK-74, so 5.45 base caliber, pretty good rifle caliber there in its own right, pairs well with 5.56. But otherwise, RPKs, we see some PKPs, the ones you can put scopes on, RPG-26s for their LAT, light anti-tank. MAT, their medium anti-tank, I would assume is an RPG-36, which we have on skip right here. And otherwise, I'm looking around, don't really see much else in terms of differentiating weaponry. They actually have, wow, they've got SVDs for the marksman rifles now in the squad level.
Oh.
That is a new change. So Mito, for example, he's got a Blue 4 ACOG with a red dot sight on top with a 7.62. So that's the MPZ version with the rail to take those types of attachments instead of a PSO. Interesting. Regardless,
Quick one.
yeah.
Just interjection here. Fragmentation has been turned back on.
So we'll see.
Fragmentation.
We'll have those randomized fragmentation effects back with the grenades. We'll see how that affects the peculiar damage model within FNF itself. But otherwise, I want to look over. Actually, we'll break it down on the roster itself. So Cholt is going to be commanding Op 4. I see him take it almost once a week. He's one of the high-ranking commanders here. I've seen him win and lose his fair share of operations. I'll be curious to see what he does with it today. But we do have Norris as his 2IC. Norris I like to watch because he is able to make some really, really good trick plays when he's given a automatic rifle. In this case, since he has a standard rifle. Maybe as a 2IC, we'll see him make a good effect, but otherwise, I'll be trying to keep an eye on him. Regardless, it looks like AA is taking X-Ray with Shy in the lead. We got Olaf as the 2IC. Both of them have underbarrel grenade launchers on top of their rifles. Spiky is going to be the medic. Leia taking the T5000 338 sniper rifle. And then Green Thumb and Mobile are being the suppressed shooters. Mobile going for a standard suppressed. Is that a 45-round magazine in his gun?
Who's this?
For Green Thumb. He's got an RPK mag in his suppressed rifle. So he has a 45-round suppressed weapon. That's actually pretty dope. Like,
yeah.
That's pretty funny in my opinion. Also, the crewmen, they've got PP-2000s with the lawn drum, the lawn stick mag, which I think is a 44-round magazine. So that's interesting. And then we have the other guy taking the AS Val. Quickly looking, that would be Mobile X. AS Val, in my opinion, I mean, that 9x19 slaps. I don't know if they have the armor-piercing version, but you see the dark purple mag, that's the 20-round magazine. That thing is very, very deadly when given in the right hands, and it's integrally suppressed, meaning it's usually even quieter than most suppressors screwed onto rifles. So we'll be curious to see what these guys do. But otherwise, looking at the rest of the roster, we got Kiri leading. Kiri, I believe, is a TSB member, but he's got a mix of fill-ins here, as well as some TSB members like Reapers and Lolo, but he's got 2 WCR members with some hedge with him, and Seismo as his automatic rifleman. Technically a machine gunner, since he has a medium machine gun, the PKP. Otherwise, that's a good group there. 1RW bringing 3 guys over to complement Alpha with Alpha 1 here. They appear to just be an AT team. No, they've got Stottenberg with an SVD. So they're going to be a complementing marksman team. Interesting. Vagrant leading Bravo HQ. Bravo HQ, I think, has just taken everything under a single Bravo banner. So we've got Buckets, famous mission maker Maz here, members of 1RCC, Skip, Pepit, and K. Indigo Fox, who is one of the FNF staff members, Skipu, who we see do some pretty good plays in the past. Who we have seen, my bad. Kale, Steel, Solik, Pingus. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Alex's name, and Pyros. Some newer names there, such as Steel, but, you know, some older names like Pingus, who I haven't actually seen show up in a few weeks, so it's great to see him back. Oddball leading Charlie HQ. Under Charlie 1, we've got Seven, Tolly, Mito, Alex, and Jack. And under Charlie 2, we got members of SOF, Timo, Carbine, and Niklas with Frank and Gever. Delta HQ is going to be our Scandi Recon boys. Nemesis leading the group with Greg Legs playing under him, and Yanni, who is a Scandi Recon member. Looks like they are a dedicated vehicle crew since they all have the, G Legs and Yanni have the PP2000s, but Nemesis is going to be the squad leader there. Names under Delta 1 include Scandi Recon themselves, Iander, Navs, Malin, Nimia, Pertin, the newest member, Azariah, and Flying Finn. And Delta 2, interestingly enough, has Dooley and Bant, that wonder combo. Bant, I always claim, the best player within Friday Night Fights right now. And Sergeant Cool Breeze, Shao, and Fist. Now, I want to quickly try to look into this Vic. I might not be able to see it. Where is... Bant. Okay, so Dooley has the PKP, which means Bant is probably going to be his assistant with that rifle. So we'll see what they're able to pull off there. But overall, pretty powerful roster. We've got Scandi Recon here. We got Bant with Dooley. And we've got some other great players here. AA in the marksman section. Or excuse me, the sniper team under X-Ray. That's usually a good call. Leia's pretty good with that sniper rifle. One to watch, definitely. And Schult, who is a pretty good commander in his own right. Otherwise, what's funny?
Oh, I was just talking to my chat and someone asked when was the last time I played. So this gives me an opportunity to boost my ego even more. I killed 9 people as a sniper last week.
Good for you.
I made an agreement with one of my chat. He said they'd buy me a Domino's if I got 7 more kills in one game. So
fair enough. Can I get my $20 so I can get some Domino's? Yeah.
Sorry, the service quite going in tunnel.
The server's going into a tunnel.
Yes, service tunnel going in.
I see.
I don't know. I just want to see how Leia does because a lot of people say that Leia's better than me with the sniper. But
well, I hope she gets a bunch of kills to knock your ego down a little bit. I'd love to see it.
Ego is inflated right now.
I know. All right. Anyway, back to Blue 4 here. So Blue 4, they've got a bunch of transport trucks. They have 2 static M2s. They have a 240 Bravo Humvee and an M2 Humvee, which we already saw deploying. The 2 objectives they're going to be defending. The northernmost one is a cache, and I would assume the southwestern one, is also a cache, which we do see right here. Now, the cache position is a little given away because when you put custom structures on any map, there is a script that auto-highlights where they are. So the leftmost cache compared to the right, you do have that blackened area, which just in a commander's eyes does increase the likelihood that the cache is at or somewhere close by that position, depending on what it is. So, food for thought. Otherwise, roster here, we've got what's called the vanilla for Blue 4 within Friday Night Fights, which is your Marpat Marines. So you're going to have M16, A4s, 203s as the UGL, M249s, M240 Bravos, M72 Laws for the light anti-tank, Mazes for the medium anti-tank, and just that standard 5.56 mix of weaponry. I think they're going to have Mark 11s at the squad level for marksman rifles. We see, looking at Charlie 1, for example, Novix has a 249, but I'm not able to see. That's because they all have their weapons on their backs there. I'm trying to go through a squad. All right, so 4IB Dryden, he has a marksman rifle under Bravo HQ. Now, Maz told me they're still on the fence about these marksman rifles at the squad level. They might change them out depending on how deadly they are today, but I do kind of hope they keep them because I do like seeing this diversification of weaponry at the squad dynamic. Otherwise, looking over at X-Ray real quick, because I want to look at the weaponry that we have here. We have Despo with a M16 with, or there might be an M4 actually, with a 203 under it. We have Timek with the 338. I believe it's an M40. I could be wrong, but it's a sniper rifle. And then Albin taking a suppressed. All right, so that's another change that they were going to make this week. They replaced the vanilla Mark 18s with the RHS Mark 14 EBRs. So it's pretty much the same weapon, just a different style of the weapon. They're still 7.62. You can still suppress them, and they still fire a 20-round magazine. And let's see, Sayek, he is also in this group. Fred just joined in as their medic, but I want to see what weapon Sayek has here, if I can. All I can tell is he has his handgun out, but I would assume he's the other secondary suppressed shooter. It looks like it is also going to be a Mark 14 EBR, from what I can tell in that spot. All right. Otherwise, let's break down the roster here, because I saw something, and it really, really interested me, but now I don't see it, so I assume he's going to come back. But Kane was in the commander's position. Yes. Actually, you see it under Charlie 1. He's got the X in his name. He grouped up with Pepega Pirates under Charlie 1, so he's still going to fight on the front line as the commander. But look, he's got the X in his name, which means he is the commanding officer. The Kane has ascended. I have never seen Kane command before.
No, never have I.
So...
I've never trusted Pepega Pirates to lead before. Not because just because who they are and how they play. I feel like King now has an entire force that he can use as Pepega Pirates.
Pepega, the reason I would argue they are the second best, but overall one of the greatest communities out there for PvP, is their sheer aggression. With the fact that at an individual level, compared to a community like Scandi Recon, which I argue is the best community in FNF, their level of playability is, at the individual level, very, very powerful. That's why I always focus on an individual sense, players like Kane, Guy Fieri, Arma Jesus, and Flux. There's another one. Who am I forgetting in that quadruple? I added Flux as a fifth.
Wait, who did you say?
Kane,
Flux,
Guy Fieri,
Jesus,
Flux, Arma Jesus. I feel like I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Coda is pretty good. He rocked a machine gun really well last week.
Wait, we've got your mom's best friend here, so that's not Armor Jesus.
I mean, we don't know because they keep changing their names and like as a meme.
Last week we saw Armor Jesus and your mom's best friend.
Yeah, together. So I don't remember who we're missing here. But my point is, there's a lot more individual standout names than Scandi Recon, for example, because they have that individual skill. But Scandi Recon's tactics are almost always superior. That helped them get that initial ambush advantage. But
Liru and Scandi
I'd really like to see what King does at this level. He's already ordering a lot of his trucks to start ramming trees to the northwest to basically deny that cover for OpFor to just go up the MSR and then dismount and move cover to get up to the perimeter wall. That is a very smart tactic. You're basically trading cover for concealment at that point, where your enemies can dive into those trees and whatnot and be harder to spot, but they won't have anything hard to stop any bullets from coming in. So that's a very nice tactic that I want to point out immediately off the bat. But otherwise, I already pointed out Despo, Timek, Albin, Sayek, and Fred as the X-Ray group. They are the players, not Fred, but the other four aforementioned that we see playing OFCRA and FNF as well, so they've got that nice well-rounded balance. 82nd... We have a member of the 82nd here, Arcane. So there's two Canes now. He is commanding Alpha HQ. Alpha 2 has Hodge, Persian, and Misfit. One of them's a false Cane, but hey, we'll see who does better here. They are under Alpha and Alpha 2, so it looks like Alpha actually didn't really get filled. It's going to be more under different squads. Bravo has 4IB in it, but I do not see Stark. I only see Skipper, Turk, Shepard, and Dryden. Stark being one of the greatest players we've seen in FNF so far.
Stark is not attending today.
That is very unfortunate. Arcor is under Bravo HQ. I mean, yes, because he's better than you, and I love to see him work. Anyway, I'm sorry, Dream. Your buddy Stark isn't here. But anyway, Charlie 1 has a full roster of Pepega, Roster, Novix, Vince, Flux, Grav, Coda, your mom's best friend, Cake here, Kane, and Naders. Now, I don't see Arma Jesus. I don't see Guy Fieri. Kane is here as command. And again, legal action. I don't see legal action. I think legal action is your mom's best friend.
Ah.
Let me
Legal
quickly.
Action's my mom's best friend.
I know. Who knew?
Oh, funny story about the sound alerts I said earlier. I accidentally made it so every single sound alert I had was 0 bits for the first 10 minutes while I was rushing to change it. I was being spammed with about 100 sound bites and making no money from it.
Amazing. I would abuse it too, just to troll you. I was tapping out real quick to see if someone simply changed your name to your mom's best friend, or if they were actually using a different profile. Because if they change their name, TeamSpeak will still display the original name that you first met them as. So I was seeing if I could get away with checking out if that was legal action or not. But no, they're using a completely different profile. So I am unable to tell, which is smart for security services. But regardless, breaking down the rest of the roster, we got Ash, Banks, 2600, Eric, Dusty's, Gazag, and Layden under Charlie 2. That's a pretty good group right there. Delta 1, we got another member of the 82nd. Wait, no, these are two separate groups of 82nd. One's 82nd Cab and one's 82nd DK, so they're not related. Some new names in there, though. LRD Drain, for example, I don't recognize. K3 Darian, I do not. Blam, I think that rings a bell. And then Freddy and Lone, I think also rings some bells there. We also have PLH in here, Lusode, Pete, Killer, Amp the Stars, Solomon, and Logan on his own in Bravo 1, taking an M2, and he's hiding under a tree. Good old Logan, Mr. Trick Player. He hasn't made a trick play in a while. I'd love to see him make one tonight. Go ahead.
So Blue 4 X-Ray, I'm fairly certain actually caught the enemy forces basically mass push. At least I think it was Albin and Fred must have heard something. I mean, they must have. There's no way they didn't, unless they've both gone deaf or have their stuff really low. Sorry, someone's playing Scotland forever.
Yeah, I'm hearing screaming in the background. Are you okay, Dream? Do I need to call the police?
Help me.
I can hear the bagpipes. All right, but otherwise, Op4, they've gone for a traditional line formation in the form of massing most of, if not all of their force on one of the flanks here to then set up a large battle line and sweep left to right. Not a bad strategy considering how, I don't mean to sound mean when I say this, but basic the scenario is. You know, a few supporting assets on either side, which I get, though, because they're trying to test the new roster here. So that's really going to put emphasis on it, but it also means the plans are going to be a little more simplistic. And then on the other side, I believe this is their X-ray group. Yep. They're going to harass from a different angle, potentially try to break in on their own if Blue 4 tries to counter by setting up their own defensive line to take Op 4 out. But notice how Op 4 is going to be moving up this route, but Blue 4 has predicted this. They've been knocking over all these trees here to deny Op 4's ability to come down. They're still knocking over these trees, though. Almost as if they knew that they were going to be coming down in this direction, which, when you look at the AO as a breakdown with this airfield, you almost know that Op 4 is going to be trying to get around this AO and assault from a different direction, because you don't want to be pinned down on this airfield, because it's a giant open kill zone. And then even further south, southeast, you have this big lake, which is, you know, also really tough to spot. Tough to work with, considering the AO size. So Blue 4, they've set one group right here to basically watch this little bottleneck, but everything else they've committed to where Op 4 is more likely going to come in from. However, I think this recon group here has missed that Op 4 group coming around, because we still see them up on that hill looking around, not looking on the rear here. So Blue 4 might be caught a little off guard, but the plan they're executing by the first objective is still in full swing. We'll probably see Solomon, Pete, Aim at the Stars, and Killer potentially run into contact first here as Op 4 comes in. Dream, are you okay?
Yeah, can you hear me? Do
Yes.
I sound okay?
You sound a little deafened.
Yeah, I turned down my levels so you would no longer hear it if it just like destroyed me. You weren't meant to hear it. No, my ears are not okay. I am in severe pain right now, and I can't hear anything, and my tinnitus has flared up. But yeah.
What's the loudest soundbite I can play 5 times on your stream?
Scotland Forever, which has now been updated to 500 bits, it was previously at 75.
What's the second loudest one?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's pretty damn funny, to be perfectly honest.
No, it's not. It hurt.
Yeah, that's the point. Otherwise, Op 4, we see they're forming a bit of a tactical blob here, but you start to see these various groups kind of separate here. We got 3 different areas where squads are in the lead. Some supporting assets on the rear. I'd assume that this is a command vehicle back here. But no, it's I think Koak is just AFK at their dismount point here. Big thing of smoke has been thrown, but I don't think X-Ray is in a position to spot it. Yeah, they might not. Albin is going up to the northern direction. You might be able to spot things going through, but that smoke could have given Op4 away, but I don't think Blue 4 was at any angle to actually spot it. We're starting to see Op4 now push their forces in. Again, a good formation, multiple different points of contacts, with some forces right behind that could maneuver to flank around on a far flank or reinforce an existing push to basically envelop a squad. And that is a really good tactic Chult has made here as the Op4 command, where if they were to run into like a Blue 4 group defending at 0.55, they could easily encircle it and eliminate it without losing much momentum and then just continue to steamroll over. But looking at the Blue 4 defenses here, they definitely have not realized that this strategy is potent, because a lot of their forces are now going to be caught in the open and potentially completely outflanked. I think Blue 4 is actually going to really struggle to push back here despite the strategy they've made, and we're going to probably see a very big reliance on Pepega doing internal security at this cache. Now,
Indeed,
yep.
I'm just noticing Bravo HQ are pushing their BTR up towards X-Ray's
Yeah.
position. Probably to go for a 2-pronged attack, but
I think it's going to be for Overwatch instead.
Or that, but they're going to push straight into X-Ray. Now,
Yeah.
X-Ray obviously don't have any AT, but they're going to be able to call that out fairly simple.
More smoke grenades have been thrown. Lusode, he's looking over and seeing that smoke. Yeah, now his other 2 guys are looking at it, and they're kind of questioning what that means. And just to their left, you're starting to see Op4 movement over here. You just heard a GL get fired over. And now they're going to push out as a full Op4 squad is now in view.
Killer's actually got an M240 G, I think, or an M240 Bravo. So he could really do some damage with that if he gets into a good position.
And Op4 hasn't noticed because you got Maz kind of charging up right here. He sees these Blue 4 guys. Now he's starting to engage. Drops one of them immediately. Solomon returns fire as Maz goes prone.
This has actually been a perfect plan here from Red 4. Obviously not knowing it from the sky, but Blue 4 have such spaced out units that a huge blob of force are going to overrun every single Blue 4 force that move in to come support. You can see Delta 2.
Solomon just got flanked on the rear by another element and taken out. One more thing I want to point out, though, is this is doing exactly what Op4 wants. You're seeing all the far elements, such as the 4IB group that was about to run into X-Ray. X-Ray was about to run into it. Now it's pulling over to reinforce, and that's going to allow X-Ray to get right on top of the other objective, as now King scrambles to move his forces to make a proper defensive line. It's not really looking good for him, though, because half of his Delta squad was watching south. He had no security to the west and completely misjudged his sniper team's ability to spot anything coming up, because Op4 did such a great rush in the beginning to position their forces here accordingly.
Yeah, I think Bravo HQ, I think they've actually moved Vagrant in to watch the roads in, watching for any units that come in, any of their armed units, so the vehicle units. So they're watching the road to make sure nothing can come up and support. And if anything tries to, and if they also, I think it's also a good plan if any try to escape, because then they have to open the wide open space, which even then the infantry are super. So Blue 4 digging in here is actually kind of a terrible idea with the way this force is moving.
So, looking at Op4's formation, first off, you got Norris on the lead now. He is trying to move in to clean up any remaining enemies on the smoke. Blue 4, as you said, digging in here. They are getting a butt kicking here. But Op4, because they have all of their forces here, they're immediately collapsing the northern group with Delta to start attacking the cache position itself.
I scanned your recon. I can see Bay in there, or Bay. Julie, leading the line. But they're coming in.
BTRs come up the rear.
The unprotected north bar of the tower. And even then, they've got no one on that side. They've got Coda actually on the.
This is a massacre.
He's blind firing, meaning he's going to get easily picked off here.
For the record, Op4 does not have a single skull right now. As I say, that Dog 4 went down. But Blue 4 have a good 5 or 6 deaths right now. But this KD, geez Louise. Lusode, though, he picks off 2 people just finished off one guy. Norris was here. He's throwing a grenade over. It's a green smoke. He's crawling around. I don't think Op4's realized he's right there. Bluesode has a great opportunity to take out a few dudes here.
The Red Frog Fuchs, I think they've been engaged by somewhere completely different. Oh, Norris wakes back up. Norris might be the only one with knowledge. He throws a nade,
Yep.
he lands right behind Solek, right next to Cage.
Bluesode gets eliminated. Norris goes back unconscious. Indigo looks over, sees a break in the smoke, and finally ends that. Good call there. But look at how aggressive the BTR has been. It just pushed up and eliminated everyone around this Humvee. That's only left Monkey alone, but he has no AT, no capabilities to deal with that BTR.
And they're running out of forces on the actual objective.
You've got 4IB now trying to come up on the northern flank to get into these fortifications. Maybe they can get up to the battle tower and support, but Op4 is just steamrolling this position.
Here, and it's Cholt and Norris, and I actually haven't seen Cholt command that often. I think when he did, he didn't win, but this one has just been a steamroll. But I think it's definitely worked especially with like Scandi Recon, because this is their, you know.
I don't think Scandi Recon is the only one to give credit here. Yes, they were the flanking force, and they stopped Papega from sending any reinforcements up to line, which we already agreed that sending any forces up there would have been a terrible idea anyway, but Cholt keeping all of his forces together, getting that early mobilization to set all this up, and now he's letting the squads kind of... I don't think he's individually microing them right now. I think the squads are just working together so well because they're in the proximity to that it's just really flowing for him. And another really big counter to that point is the fact that Blue 4 is so separated right now that Op4 has just been able to defeat Blue 4 in detail. And you can just look at the skull count on either side. I mean, Op4 starting to lose some more casualties, starting to take some more casualties now, but Blue 4s are continuing to mount.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say about Scandi Recon is it's not the fact that all the credit goes to, it's the fact that this is sort of, you know, when you think of a scenario Scandi Recon are gonna excel in, this is the one you think of. Attacking a base, pushing en masse, and then using the main force as somewhat of a distraction to move in and start doing their best work.
So
Maz went down in the forest. I think he was killed by by Lusa, I'm not entirely sure, but Bayan and Chow.
Yeah, bleeding in here.
The tower.
This is Op4's most dangerous area to be in that they really need to commit to pushing their forces through. That's why I think they could have helped by keeping some of those vehicles to do these charges.
X-Ray pulled back, and now it seems to be Charlie 2 are pushing off their tower and going to go behind the objective. I think this is a bad idea because you're buffing up a place that's already being surrounded and like picked off one by one.
Bant and Novix just traded. Bant going down, Novix getting executed there. For the record, though, Bant did that with a rifle, and Novix had a freaking 249, so that is pretty impressive.
Ashes just destroyed 3 walls at the rear of the complex, making it completely open.
Well, they're not being attacked from that angle, and it's going to be really hard for them to encircle. I understand where King's strategy is. He's trying to now have 2 small elements overwatch the central objective, so from there they can try to fire. The one issue, though, is X-Ray, as we stated earlier, doesn't have any anti-tank capability. And we have a BTR right here that is going to just pretty much be allowed to keep suppressing here. You got X-Ray kind of firing past, trying to hit a few of the guys challenging from the south. And that BTR is going to continue to harass some of these bigger positions, tearing into the battle tower with that 14.5mm.
Can that 338 pierce the BTR?
I don't think so, but speaking of BTRs, the northern BTR was just taken out. That was G-Legs and somebody else, the Scandi Recon BTR, intercepted by 4IB. So Blue 4 is trying to ambush and take what they can, but I mean, Op4, you just watched them charging in. Bayan's actually waking back up, taking that 249. I figured he would, because he's the medic. Probably pre-blood bagged himself, so that way while he was bleeding out, he'd actually gain blood and eventually wake back up. Dooley and 2600 get into a fight, but Dooley just sprays him down with that PKP, and I don't see any blood on Dooley's side. Damn.
Nice pick off on one of Scandi Recon, but they have realized they're behind because they fluffed their first few shots. Nades going up.
Yeah. Naf's opening fire, knocks out Arcor as he tries to get away. Flanking fire from Nim. Turks gets getting away, but now Nemesis coming up to finish him off. And that right there is just a definition of Scandy's skill. Direct attack with the flank, and then someone charges up to take them out. Go ahead, Dream.
Really nice push there from Turk and Arcor, but they should have done more. They fluffed their first few shots. They did manage to take out Marlon, but they could have taken out Az, Nimia, Eand, or Nafs, or Periton, or any of them there with a few more better taken shots. But I think it's just sort of the panic.
Oh my god.
And here comes the massive push.
Cool Breeze put an explosive satchel at the base of the tower. Look at all those blue 4 bodies. That is exactly... Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, Julie's going to make his way around now, and he's got that...
Grab Wiggs back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PKP.
PKP.
Did get spotted by Flux, but that PKP, if he gets close enough, will tear them all apart. And then this is...
Oh no, 4IB's only on blue 4.
He's now just being attacked from every single angle. Grab, wait.
Yep. So, a really good example of why, when you're on the attacking side and you're a demo specialist, you always want to bring explosive satchels. Explosive charges are nice because you get more, but satchels will almost always blow up the building. And if you have an enemy garrison in a building, nothing's going to wipe them harder than a single explosive satchel. And you get 2, which means you can do a lot of damage. Eric pushing up. Whiffing a lot of his shots, manages to hit him on the last part of the mag. Dooley now taking cover, spraying Eric down, who was staying in the open to reload. Oh my god.
Taking him out, and it also took Grav out. No, Grav got friendly fired by Layden.
That's unfortunate. Meanwhile,
he got that satchel off.
AT's going on the barracks building, causing some damage to Blue 4, who was garrisoning it. I mean, that's a really nice building to garrison, but yeah, you can easily blow it up. It has multiple different damage textures.
Julie wakes back up. Wakes back up. From the bunker.
More AT going into that building.
Flux is actually saying, oh, Grav falls! Grav fell off the building!
Oh my god. And then Dooley executes him! Oh! Now you got Cool Breeze double tapping the bodies up there, but Flux is trying to pick him off. He gets the kill.
Julie has all the cards in his pocket now here, because they'll now think they're clear. Julie, on the other hand, is going to make sure that they, you know...
Here, real quick. He's really quiet. Wouldn't you agree, Chad? He's been really quiet. I don't know why.
Who have just had a
turn him up a little bit
straight towards the last
there we
position. Bravo 1 for Blue 4 Logan. Just here.
Flux and another guy went down right here. Bayant now charging up. He's got that stolen 249. He's going to start breaching this barracks building.
You've got Dust Eyes.
He's going to catch Dusty. He's in a bad position. No, he doesn't commit to the breach. He's just poking his head in.
I don't think Dust Eyes noticed it open though.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Fist. Oh my. Fist. PKP.
Yeah, he's going to breach in, and he decapitates the king. So much gunfire going on right now, he wasn't able to hear it.
You've got Kieran Layden. Layden can't get in. Layden down.
Cake here, yep.
Take it. You got avenge him and his brothers.
We got people like Bay and Norris out here, though. I mean,
but
it's...
you have Persian in a really nice position. He gets up.
Here comes the hedge. Oh, but a satchel was thrown, and it takes out multiple Blue 4 members. When did that get thrown?
Wasn't hedge.
I don't see any explosive specialists around, so it might have been an explosive trap. Because I didn't see a thrown satchel. It might have been Blue 4 accidentally killing themselves.
There's no way they put a trap back there.
It's Pepega. They would put a trap that close, unfortunately.
Well, there's only 2 left, Kakir and Layden. Layden obviously down. Norris.
And just look around the map, though. There's nothing left between them and the other cache. I mean, Op4 just had a really good plan, and Blue 4 unfortunately misdeployed their forces. Don't get me wrong. They mounted a really good defense. They took an attack where Op4 had no casualties to at least taking 40% of that player count, but...
Norris smells blood.
It just wasn't enough. Yeah, Cake here, too busy trying to bandage his friend.
I think you're right. It was a good plan, but it was a good plan for circumstances only.
Yeah.
If King hadn't... It's in no way King's fault. at all, because you can never really see these things coming.
Yeah.
But because it was such a split up defense with everyone having to then push back into support and getting, you know, consecutively taking out on the push, this was probably the worst plan they could have picked. But again, no fault to King. It's just the unfortunate chance you take on going as a CO.
Yeah.
Actually have the BTR here just harassing.
Yeah, X-ray and keep them pinned on the bottom.
They're just he's destroying their Humvee so they can't escape.
That's just cruel. So it's rare where we have a battle like this, but now it's pretty much just a cleanup phase. Op4, I don't see any way they're not going to be able to win this one. You're seeing long-range AT hitting the towers.
You have X-ray here, who are getting closer and closer. Logan is moving.
Ooh, they put a
around.
thermite grenade on the cache. And that cooked it off.
So Logan...
That DPS,
moving
man.
around with his M2 here, but he doesn't know X-ray are getting closer. But as I say that, I think the BTR is going to make his way over. Oh no, he's
No,
trying
it's
to get
going to
further
continue
away.
to harass. Yeah, it's trying to get the depression on the gun to fire
But
up into the
actually,
towers.
You can actually see Albin's... Okay, you can see Albin's backpack for a second there, which could have destroyed him. Oh.
Yeah, they're shooting, trying to shoot through the 14.5. It did hit him a bit. He got hit a few more times. Oh my god.
That's why you never put your back to a wall in armor.
Yep, because your backpack will
say it.
clip through and the
always say
BTR will
it.
start using anti-material rounds against you.
You always just say a few inches in front of it.
Oh my gosh.
I think the best thing, I don't know if you'll agree with this, but the best thing to do, you know those, so go to the first objective, that Redfall mass push, and you see like the little green military towers, the one door, like,
Yeah.
I find it a lot better to, so a lot of mission makers or things like that will put them directly in the corner where they'll turn and point their gun out the side.
Yeah.
I like putting them in the corner, but a little ways forward, so when you open it, you obviously can't see, because the way I clear those is most of the time I look to see if there's a clip, if an AI is clipping through it.
Right.
Move them a little bit inwards, they don't clip through it.
Yep.
So, and most of the time they'll just open the door and get annihilated.
Yep.
It's great.
I also like to do the, when I make those garrisons in 3DN, there's a module you can sync them to for set AI mode. And you can, if you disable the path on there and sync them, they don't move their feet. And they'll stay at a 90-degree angle looking forward so that they can move their gun 45 degrees to the left and 45 degrees to the right, but they won't turn left or right. So if you want them to watch a specific... Oh, they're chasing they're chasing the Humvee as Skipper tries to desperately drive away to bait the BTR away. But if I need my AI to look down a certain hallway or a certain doorway, I always like using that feature because nothing is more infuriating for me where I'm trying to set up a nice kill zone and all my AI are just, you know, dancing around in circles, and when they get breached, the player base will wait for them to be looking away to then do the breach and get all the kills easily.
Yeah. So Julie's just knocking down the walls in spite.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's doing it, but... BTR's lost track of this Humvee, but I don't think he really cares too much. You have Dryden and Shepard on the rear here with Skipper, who was the one in the Humvee. He did have a gunner on top, but the gunner is gone. He's probably solo crewing it at this point. They actually might sneak up on Platoon here, who's also in a Humvee of his own. So it's been quite a quick round, but also quite a slow round. The fighting was quick, but now that we've now that Blue 4 have been pretty much systematically destroyed.
Op4 is just going to mount up in Vix and I think charge into the next sector.
Yeah. Blue 4 have just taken pot shots. Blue 4, Red 4 probably think there might be more than.
There
just
has to be more at the
there.
other objective, but no, Blue 4 just threw a lot into that defense.
I'm surprised Logan. Oh, it's in this building. Okay, I was gonna say I was surprised Logan didn't stick the M2 in there.
Or did he move the M2 too?
Oh, it's go back. So go southwest of him, and it's next to one of like sort of the factory buildings next.
Oh,
to
is
the,
it? So
yeah.
he's effectively abandoned it.
Yeah, he's abandoned it.
All right, Logan. X-Ray's in a pretty nasty position on Overwatch, though.
So the BTR actually spotted Shepard and Dryden.
Ah.
And just annihilated Shepard. Dryden
Yeah.
managed to survive.
He wakes back
yeah,
up and goes into the immediate crouch animation because of how AT animations work and immediately goes prone again. That's funny.
Oh,
That BTR.
X-Ray realized They can leave, but obviously the BT.
Yeah, I knew Leia was gonna get up and try to pick Logan off. Whiffs, actually no, cripples him. This round will be over in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
X-Ray, I think, trying to mount up into any Humvees that might work. They can have the Bravo HQ Humvee come down and pick them up, and they can charge over to mount a last defense, but...
The BTR actually had a great idea shooting those wheels out, because now they have to spend time to take one wheel.
Oh, BTR found the other guy, took him out. Shepard's still unconscious. He's already failed his wake-up checks. My God, Op4 is just...
No, they have just opted to stick wheels on them, and this is a terrible idea.
And they're charging.
Both can have no wheels. Oh, they are going to die. Oh God! And look at the red 4-4 that is still alive.
Oh man.
God, Logan. If Logan kills like three to five of them, I'll be like, you know.
Logan's last stand, babe, but he might get some reinforcements from X-Ray as they race down.
Perfectly honest here.
And you got that 50 cal Vic now firing.
Gun is still alive.
Not for long. Neither Vic seems to be able to land the killing blow. Skipper quickly gets in the cover here.
I think it needs to be reloaded and just didn't have time.
And X-Ray's actually making it to the objective with those two dudes. Fred, I think, is trying to repair the Vic.
They're gonna be destroyed as soon as they get out.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna make it.
Oh,
Bravo HQ running on foot.
Leia might have something to say about that. She doesn't have a shot.
Doesn't have a good angle.
Right.
GL's raining down. All right, we got 4 brave defenders here. This is going to be one of the fights of the century here.
Is it though?
Come on. We got Logan and 3 of the OFCRA/FNF players.
Yeah,
one of them has a sniper rifle. I mean, we're going to see some quick
scope.
scoping, man. This is going to be epic.
Get the fucking MLG music playing. Norris drives out to HQ and is getting friendly fire.
And wait, Albin is a suppressed shooter and Sayek is dead.
Yep.
Well,
Just stop saying their name.
3 versus the entire platoon.
Psych might wake up.
Let's
Norris
go.
almost got friendly fired. That was funny.
Did Norse die?
He almost got friendly fire.
Amazing.
He came round the corner in a Humvee and they started shooting at him. What's Fred doing? He's running. Fred's running. BTL wants to get back in on the fun, but there won't be much fun.
Timex trying to counter snipe here. As Op4 starts rushing in, led by Frank.
Frank,
I'm sorry, you're gonna be the first one to die, buddy. Great shooting things out and tossing some grenades in.
Excuse me, Liru. Frankly, I think he's gonna do great.
Frankly, Sayek is back awake. All right, we still have 4 people. Yes, but I said it.
Frankly, go fuck yourself.
All right, grenades are going on the cache.
At this point, I think they're trying to save their lives rather than the cash.
Frank doesn't have AT. They're throwing grenades on the cache. Where is Blue 4's defense? We got 4 guys here, but nothing's going on. More grenades going on the cache.
Was Frank standing on the cash?
No, Frank's on the other side. Logan getting breached by Nemesis. Sayek just died.
Alvin's just sitting on the stairs waiting for anyone to come in. Oh, is Frank to go in?
Frank, no! Oh gosh, Albin, the suppressed shooter, covering the doorway. Flying Finn is down. I don't know what happened to him.
He got friendly fire. Oh, he got friendly fire.
Oh no, Lolo has AT. He could destroy the cache.
Oh, the Reapers has AT. Yep, Lolo
They're picking up Finn.
seems to be getting some range.
Albin firing. Now you're here seeing the mag dump. Thermite grenade, I don't think was close enough to actually do DPS. Albin getting knocked out. Dooley pushing. Oh god, a lot of bullets. Oh god, someone threw a charge! Someone threw a charge! What are they doing? Oh no. Multiple op4 are down as the cache is destroyed. Well then. That happened.
That was something.
All you need is an explosive charge, and it fixes everything. Ah, how great. Alrighty, Panthera. On a match called Important Cargo. It's another
Well, that was
destroy
something.
objective.
So, next one, Panthera. It's a destroy again.
Yes.
Op4 versus Blue 4. Op4 have 3 gases with guns on top of them. Oh, this is another simple one again.
Mm-hmm. Again, I think they're going to be doing simple ones because they're trying to test that new roster, and it was pretty nasty, to be perfectly honest, but I would love to see how this second roster goes. We're going to go ahead and play some ads for our break here, and I will go ahead and switch up the music. All right, let's get all of our commands rewritten. This is Panthera. Let's get our music changed up here. Apply it to the command in question. Turn that puppy up. All right, our mission here, this is round 2. Round 2, another simple one. Op4 attacking Blue 4 caches.
I think you're right. I think it's gone for simplicity this time around.
All right, Op4 has a 15% numbers advantage, and what else do we have here? A gas. All right. Wow, Blue 4 has... Interesting. Blue 4 has 3 M240 Humvees, I guess, to counter the 3 gases that Op4 has. Let's go ahead, write up EU3 here for my little write-ups document so I can keep track of everything. All right. That first round, though, I'm a little flabbergasted by how smooth it was. I don't think it's on the fault of the defending faction, because he had a good plan going. We touched about this, yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said. It was a good plan, just not good for what the other commander chose.
Yeah.
The Red 4 commander got... I mean, again, it's not to dispute any of the commander skills. The Op 4 commander just got really lucky. That's how King set up his forces.
Well, it wasn't just that. King didn't have any way of seeing that attack coming because the forces he put in place to set up to watch things going in weren't able to make it in time. He was really relying on his X-ray to be able to spot something like that, but Cholt kind of showed his experience and had that entire force marshaled and moving up literally on the edge of the map so he could deploy them very quickly along. And
the only thing I would say, sorry, I just want to say, touching on this, he sent the X-ray force up. And they Albin and Fred were right next to just must have heard a huge amount of vehicles. So I'm confused. Did they just have their sound low? Did they not?
I
did
think
they think
so.
It was friendly?
Yeah.
Because they must have heard that. And I think if they heard that massive push,
then Blue 4 would have been able to redeploy those forces and set up a much better defense. I do agree with that. It was just, unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication, and it cost them. They still played a good defense, mind you, but Op4 started countering with explosive satchels, and it blew up in Blue 4's face. But I am happy to see explosive satchels being used from the offensive team. That's always really fun. Otherwise, we'll see how this round goes. Another attack to defend. I don't mind watching attack and defends back and back because it's, I would say, the staple for FNF. I just don't want to see multiple neutral sectors again.
Three
Please.
neutral sectors.
No.
3
We're not
neutral
doing
sectors.
6 neutral sectors in a night again. That was absolute
I
AIDS.
still remember that night. I still remember EU, and we got to the 3rd one, and I saw neutral
Oh,
sectors. I just
my God.
screamed. What was that? What was the reason for that? What was the night again?
I think the FNF staff team just decided that they were going to make everyone suffer for one day,
No,
and
it was a special event. I can't actually remember what the event was.
I don't believe you.
No, there was actually something.
They're
there was a
not
reason
that
why we
cruel.
did it. We are pretty cruel. Look, I'm a staff member. Like, that's pretty cruel. That's a cruel thing. Ah. That was the Halloween night, the horror night. That was it. It's for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there another one before that, though?
No, I remember that. But I think there was a one with 2 neutral sectors, which was her, and I think there was, but 6 neutral sectors. I don't know what they were thinking. Look, I'm not gonna say. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm not part of the mission team.
Yeah.
I think I went to sleep because it was like 3 in the morning, and it was like 2 in the morning. I saw neutral sector. I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. I don't blame you. So, someone in my chat saying they're disappointed they don't see the quote-unquote hydrate option. I will admit, had a little bit of whiskey at the start, but I just don't feel like getting drunk. I've been really productive this past week. Heck, I actually front-logged a lot of stuff for the Shenanigans/PvP channel today. But I will admit, I also slept in pretty hard today because I just wanted to take that as a little bit of a break. But I want to get the roster done for, why am I blanking? Pay for Pain. Because I want to take a time block next weekend to run a Pay for Pain for a little bit of an early Christmas present. Because I'd then like to put some time over to do some unboxings, edit the rest of the DayZ footage, and potentially also do some DayZ tonight or tomorrow. To let people troll me with the audio jumps.
I'm going to be at Pay for Pain, and I want there to be a special dream one. That's all I want.
I'll give you emus.
I just want a special dream punishment. That's just for me.
I see. And how much are you worth, Dream, since you already owe me 20 bucks?
I'll ask chat how much. I mean, I'm gonna get some mean responses here, but it depends on.
There
what
are
chat
no
wants.
mean responses, only
enough, but
fair
Fair
responses.
responses. Okay, then they can give me fair responses, but I'll let the chat decide what they want the pain for me to go for.
All right. Also, make sure you slot up as a spectator. I'd hate to see you miss it.
Whoops. Ah, yes. When we push through, I can never ever join ever again. Oh no, that would have been so worrying.
No, because I debated, should I just like let it go through and see how long it takes for him to notice, and I just don't
I've
talk
done
about
that
the mission? We just pretend we're still in the brief.
I've done that before.
I know. I did it to Barb once, and he hated me for like 2 weeks after, but it was pretty damn funny.
Have I told you what I'm doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
So a few months ago, I streamed the entirety of the Arma 3 campaign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me 11 hours and 30 minutes.
Nice.
I'm speedrunning it tomorrow.
Good luck.
I'm looking to get under 8.
What?
But, I'm looking to get under 8 hours.
Hours? Oh, I thought I was gonna have to call the cops there for a second.
Nah.
Call a Bobby on you, and he'll blow his whistle. That's how it's done in your country, right?
No.
No, not anymore. Okay, my bad.
Not anymore. They send the one on his bike over.
I see. Maybe they should ask if you have a license for that Arma 3 copy, right? All right, I'm sorry. A license. You got a license for that copy of Arma 3, mate.
License.
License.
Where did you get license?
License.
From? Who says license? I'm trying to figure out what. Got a license for
You
that.
see, he did it so perfectly. Don't freaking lie to me, Dream.
It's because I'm British.
Exactly.
It makes
So why are
fun
you
of
questioning
British
how
people.
I say your British words?
Because we say it as license.
No, you
not
say
license.
license. Don't lie to me.
We say license.
Feel like I'm being lied to here, chat.
You're not being lied to.
I'm. I don't know.
License.
Pretty sure it's license.
License.
No.
I've made it apparent to now say water.
Donnie, why are your ears
without-
bleeding?
With putting in the T, so no one can make fun
If
of me.
my
'cause every
audio
time
levels
I
are scuffed,
say
let me
it
know,
without
because
the
I
T,
don't, like, they are acting a little weird
I
today.
get,
Being British on the internet nowadays is hard, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, no one can see your bad teeth, so how is it hard?
Oh, well, I stream with my face cam on sometimes. So.
Oh. You poor... No wonder it's hard for you.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
Problem is that when I was younger, I really didn't like the taste of toothpaste. I still don't.
Okay.
It hurts to eat it. So the joke.
Why
of having
are
British
you
people having
eating
bad teeth-
toothpaste? Oh, yeah, you're British. Never mind.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And
Okay,
it hurt
no,
to
come
actually
back.
use it. I don't know how. It just hurt. I used to have really bad teeth. I still have semi-bad teeth, but they're not as bad as they were.
I just saw King leave the server and then 80-second Cab King come back.
He's using 2 accounts. He is cheating. King is not banned.
But we saw both of them play at the same time last round.
Yeah, and he has 2 computers.
Okay, if someone is badass enough to play Arma 3 PvP with 2 computers...
Fair. If he's using his feet, then yeah, fair.
How would you play with your feet and your hands at the same time? Like, what giga level of Artemis Fowl bullshit do you have to pull to do something like that? The dexterity and then the computing power.
Maybe you want to test it with me?
What?
Nothing. Anyway, on to the game. As
What?
we're loading in. The mission file is 1462 kilobytes. Yep. I didn't say anything.
Someone just told me, just imagine his room, more pollution noise than a lax bro. Ooh. Oh.
What, my room?
Ooh. Dream,
My
I'm
room
so
is
sorry.
My room is nice. I've got a backboard with a bunch of PS2 games on it, a Minecraft creeper, a lamp that I got for my birthday, I think. I got a.
Did you
a
say
Lego...
lump?
What?
Lump?
No.
Lump?
I got a Lego.
Show us the
Stormtrooper
big titty
helmet.
moth gif in the background then, if you have a lump.
Oh, a lamp. Oh,
Lump.
that was very confusing.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know the old memes anymore.
I
I'm
know the old meme.
so sad.
You were saying lump.
Lump.
L-U-M-P.
No,
It's a lamp.
lump. Lump.
It's not lump. It's
Lump.
Lamp. Welcome to the bread bank.
Why did it say destroy if it's sectors?
We got bread in the bag.
Why is it? What? No. Hold up.
Oh, it's neutral sector. Neutral sector. All right, I see Liru is logging off for the night.
God damn it.
Hey guys, it's neutral sector.
Ah!
We love neutral sector.
See, I was questioning it because the assets were even, but I'm like, nah, it's because they're, focusing on the frickin' thing. No, it's neutral sector.
Fate has chosen neutral
No.
sectors. This is your fate, and you shall live with it. You shall cast neutral sector until the day you die.
One second, I'm tabbed out, rewriting the commands.
You love neutral sectors, Liru. I know you do.
Dream, I will find you, I swear to God. Okay, anyway,
Do
neutral
it.
sector. So we're just going to go over the rosters real quick. It's also a little bit dark. Awesome. All right, so Op 4 is the vanilla EMR Russians. I would assume that means Blue 4 is the default US Marpat.
Yes.
Yep, so they're going to keep it at vanilla tonight just so they can test these new rosters. All right, cool. Both sides have 3 cars with guns on them. For the Blue 4 side, it is 3 M240 Bravo Humvees. They have a 4th Humvee for transport. They also have 3 landed CH. Why am I forgetting designation? Basically, Chinooks that are just for show. Op 4, meanwhile, I would assume... No, they're coming in on the ground. We have some transport trucks for display. But otherwise, it is 3 Gazes. with no extra vehicle to drive because the Gazes can bring in more people than the Humvee. So I guess
No,
that's
they
just
have-
for a
they have-
balancing reason.
Oh no, they have trucks behind them.
Yeah, but they're for
Oh,
ambulance.
they're oh, yeah.
Similar to the Chinooks on the other side. So I'm going to quickly break down the roster here. Let's just go with Blue 4 first because they are on the top. So we got veteran Commander Pierce taking the line here. He is, I would say, one of the top commanders within FNF simply because he commands every week, has that experience, and we'll see how well he does. He's got TSP players, Lolo commanding his X-Ray group, Sam taking the 2IC role, Reapers being the medic, Curie being the sniper, and Seismo being a suppressed Mark 14 EBR gunner. I think they're going to get someone else to come in to take the other suppressed slot because I can't imagine why they wouldn't. Those suppressed shooters are very, very powerful. We got Koak commanding Alpha Squad, which appears to be just a hosh-posh of Centaur players, meaning it's all a bunch of fill-ins from a lot of different groups. We got Haj playing members of WCR and SOF, as well as Misfit and Persian MO under Alpha HQ. Bravo HQ has Ash for Bravo 1, 4IB, Skipper Shepard, Turk, and Dryden. And then Bravo 2 has Arcane from the 82nd, Gazag, 2600, Dusties, Banks, and Rory under that group. Nemesis, meanwhile, under, oh my gosh, he's come back.
Who?
Nemesis leading Charlie HQ with Falcon, the team killed,
my God,
taking a vehicle crew. Oh my goodness. Falcon, for those of you who don't know, he is one of my favorite players because he is not afraid to tell Dreams a piece of his mind. Also, Falcon's great because almost every round he gets team killed. And
Yeah,
it's absolutely hilarious.
I'm more than happy for people to come and tell me a piece of their mind. It's not like I'm going to ban you for just coming to me and saying, oh, this event's
Hold up. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to scrub the lies there. Anyway, we got the rest of Scandi Recon under Charlie 1, Azariah, Pert, Nimia, Iander, Nafs, Yanni, and Malin there. Charlie 2, meanwhile, has Skipu, Steel, Pingus, Alkach, I don't even know, Tali, and Alex. Being the pair, hopefully they'll be able to keep up with Scandy's aggressive ability. Otherwise, Delta, we got Stattenberg from 1RW leading Delta with two other members, Fons and Newton from 1RW under Delta 1 with Lurch. And then Delta 2 has the four-man combo, Despo, Albin, Tymek, and Syag that we also see in OFCRA. So a pretty good roster there. They have Scandi Recon. They've got a few other great groups, such as 4IB, even though they're missing Stark, SOF, WCR, and that four-man combo we see in OFCRA and Pepega, but I don't see Bay and Dooley, and I don't see Pepega, which means they're somewhere else in the round. But I know Pierce is going to come up with a good plan to hopefully lead everyone to victory. If not, well, oh well. But he is going to be fighting the other veteran commander from FNF, Vagrant, who also commands at least once a week. So Pierce is going to probably get a run for his money because I've seen Vagrant win a few times over Pierce. So we'll see how that goes. It is neutral sector, though, so it could really go either way. Buckets being Vagrant's 2IC. Seven leading X-Rays got Oddball, Jack, G-Legs, Mobile X, and Mito. I assume Mobile X and Mito are the suppressed shooters. They are bringing AS Vals. Good choice there. And G-Legs is going to take that 338 T5000 sniper rifle. Nice. Sholand leading Alpha HQ with Cholt under him, who I believe is taking the dedicated role of the vehicle. So that's why he has that PP2000. We've got the rest of AA under Alpha 1, so Leia, Fred, Logan, Spiky, and Green Thumb. Leia's going to be taking an SVD. We'll go over that in a second. Otherwise, Alpha 2, we've got Shy, and then members of 1RCC, Pepet, Skip, and K under there. Grav leading Bravo HQ. He's got Norris in a machine gunner role. Oh, that's going to be fun to watch. Freddy also taking a machine gun role with him, and Dog 4 under Bravo 2 HQ as well. Bravo 2, excuse me, as itself, not HQ. Bravo HQ is something separate. Charlie HQ has Naders, Johnsoon, and Goose. Charlie 1, we have Bant, Chow, Indigo Fox, Blam, Bald Eagle, and Dooley, so that's where Bay and Dooley have gone. Charlie 2 has PLH, Lusode, Killer, Griever, Pete from, well, he has PLH in his name, my bad. Solomons and Ambit the Stars. Delta HQ has K3, Lone, and Drain. I would assume Lone and Drain are going to take a dedicated vehicle crew of driver and gunner. And then we got Delta 1 and, ooh, wow, a lot of Pepega guys left. So we only have Cake here, Vince, Coda, Twins, and Roster. The only two who I see do a lot of work, they're all good players, mind you, but the two that stick out there are Coda and Roster. But I would say, like, on the list of things, if you consider King, Legal Action, Guy Fieri, those types of guys would be S tier. I would say Coda, Sideways, and Roster and a few other names would be A tier, and then the guys under them B tier. But K-Cure, I think, you know, he kind of goes back and forth between the second and third roster there. Again, really, really good players in their own right there. I'd love to see Coda make another machine gun play, but he just has a rifle. And they got Maz, Patriot, Fist, and Cool Breeze there under Delta 2. Now, just as a reminder, just because this will be its own separate video as well. There's a new roster, so now you see marksman rifles, SVDs, and Mark 11s at the squad level with magnified optics. You are going to see in the sniper teams for X-Ray, every faction now has a choice for a submachine gun. So Blue 4, they had the MP7, they still have that. Green 4 will have the Scorpion, and Op 4 will have a PP2000. You also see, yeah, funny. The vehicle crews for Op 4 and Blue 4 also get submachine guns now. So Blue 4, it looks like they were having MP7s. Op 4 has PP2000s. Flux is coming back as Flux 2.0. Oh shit, the new update came out. But otherwise,
Flux just dropped.
the new Flux just dropped.
Oh,
Ah,
oh,
no, and
Flux
he's
is
coming back. Ah, I was hoping we get new and improved Flux. Something to beat out even Kane. But looking on the airfield, we got a lot of barracks buildings on the runway itself for, I guess, some added cover. But the 3 objectives. Dream, how about you go over the 3 objectives here?
Look very safe for taking off.
No, it does not.
Anyway, well, what did they expect? That AC-130 is never taking off or landing with that many. What did they expect? How silly of them. But yes, as Liru said, it's just a normal airstrip with a bunch of a few crashed vehicles to work as cover as you cross over the terrain with the barracks buildings. This is obviously Op 4 sided one, meaning they get the better cover before Blue 4 can. But Blue 4 do have the ability. So actually no, I take that back. I thought Red 4's a bit closer. They're all pretty much evenly spaced, but I think Red 4 probably could get to Charlie and fill that in quicker. I think Bravo's the one Red 4 are going to want to get and start defending. Other than that, so that was Charlie. Charlie, again, just an airstrip with a couple interesting things. Bravo is a construction building with another AC-130. How lucky are the people living
I think
in
all
that
the
house?
AOs have AC-130s in
Oh,
them.
Jesus Christ. Someone needs to fucking have a talk with these AC-130 pilots, don't they?
I think they're trying
We
to
are
maybe
running
secure the
budget.
black boxes
We
or the cargo that
running
all the
budget.
AC-130s had, which
We are
is
running on a budget. What happened to our pilot budget? I don't know. But this is Bravo. It is a construction site with another AC-130 and a couple. It's basically just a town, the residential area, big buildings, lots of places to cover, lots of places to secure, but also lots of places to get shot from. And finally, Alpha is a construction site, another fucking AC-130 construction site on the outskirts of the town. More of a factory site. Sorry. It's walled in, but it's these walls are obviously easily scalable with enhanced movement, with obviously a half of it being because of the AC-130. So moving into here is going to be a bit difficult, but not too hard for them to pull off. It's got some nice positions, especially you can get into the very top floor of this factory building. And I don't know if it was you or Barb I was with, but I've once seen someone kill about 7 or 8 people down this one corridor. He sat at the very end of the corridor. So if you go to the factory building at the top, go up the stairs and go down that long corridor. Someone sat up there with a PKM.
just mowed people down.
And just mowed people down. And it was fun. It was funny.
Well, let's see if we can get a repeat of that today.
Yeah, very good position. They're all good positions. I like them all. I would like them all if they were a sector defend. I hate neutral sector.
As
yeah.
do I. I'm going to be honest. Normally, I'd be picking these apart to see who has the greater advantage. I don't
They seem
really
pretty even.
see that, because you would consider Charlie and Alpha to be the quote-unquote home sectors, but this is in a way where Charlie's farther than Op 4 than Alpha is to Blue 4, but Op 4 is also closer to Bravo, which in my opinion has the best sector to perform a great perimeter. So I could see Op 4 send some forces out to Charlie and lock down all that open area that Blue 4 is going to have to cross to get to Charlie. Whereas Blue 4 is going to be able to take Alpha and push units to Bravo, but at the same angle, Op 4 is also going to be coming in, and it gives them a lot of room to dismount and start going urban area to urban area. But Alpha has a lot of open ground around it as well, where if Blue 4 is doing their lines properly, Op 4 has no way to sneak into Alpha. Meanwhile, Blue 4 has ways to, get to Charlie, without running into any Op 4 units, but a lot of it's in open territory. So even though it's not completely even, it actually, by the dynamic, is even. And that just shows the skill of the mission maker for picking an AO and actually balancing it properly, in my opinion. This is going to really rely on the skill of both the commanders for making a plan, but also the individual players on what they can do. So Scandy and friends versus Papega and friends, but you got Norris with his machine gun, with Bayet, who also has an RPK. I mean, I think Op4's roster is looking a little scarier here, but we could see something from the OFCRA FNF players under Delta HQ. We could see... Wait, where's Leia again? Leia's the marksman, also on Alpha. Oh my gosh. So I'm feeling like Op4's is a little more stacked. I already called out Vagrant is, in his win-loss ratio, has done a little bit better than Pierce as of late. So I'm leaning to Op4. However, this AO for around Bravo just screams Scandy Recon flanking. And that is probably going to be the scariest thing Op4 is going to have to contend with. If I do not see Scandy marauding around Bravo, then Pierce has not done his job properly, in my opinion.
You know something? I had a really good idea. So this is so you know
this is round 2, yes. Yeah.
All right. If you're able to make it to it,
and
if I could pull some strings, because I have really good pull within the.
Don't say anything that, because I am live, and you already made me mute myself to, you know.
True.
Be careful.
Shit, I did think of this. I'm kind of an idiot.
Okay. Nope, you're welcome. I know what you're getting at. I'd appreciate it. Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chat, this never happened. I'm not a fucking idiot, chat. It's worse because I haven't even been drinking tonight.
Yeah. No, it's I've accidentally revealed a few things in the past and people got mad at me, but you know, I always try to stop other people from doing it because I don't want them to go through that level of embarrassment as well. Because
you revealed something about Barbs not too long ago.
Well, yeah, but Barb is Barb.
A few months ago. I was very. I'll message you after.
No, it sucks though, because I think what I did in a Splendid Squad might have pissed off a few Bohemia devs, and now there's something else apparently going on that I was not invited to. So big sad, but that just goes to show don't be a leaky snitch. I put up a meme about something that was public knowledge, and apparently they didn't like that. So, oh well.
Liru versus.
I always like to push the envelope. It's fun, but yeah. Oh well, yeah, just edit more DayZ content with me.
The FNF staff can just boot me out, so you know.
So someone in my chat, yeah, of course. Aram brings up an interesting point. Neutral sectors usually turn into clusterfucks. I would say in 90% of cases, half the time, so that 45%, you can tell the winner within the first 10 minutes, and then the other half, they just become complete slogs. And then that remaining percentage of 10%, you actually see some pretty crazy mid and late game plays that show real tactical prowess.
I do remember one. I was a marksman.
No, Barb is not in my basement. He hasn't been in my basement in a while. He's out doing his own thing these days.
My squad lead or the CO told me to go.
Oddball joined the game. It's now Halo. Yeah, right.
Immediately sniped by the other marksman.
Yep.
Very annoyed. But I remember that one was such a long one, and it was just a tactical fight between. I think Independent got wiped out pretty much immediately, but Blue 4 and Red 4 were having a strong fight. So they can be fun every now and then. I don't like neutral sectors because I just don't like them.
Yeah. All right.
Chow just destroyed his Vic then because they drove straight into like a lake, like puddle thing. If you look at Logan or Patriot.
Yeah, Chow just desynced around. That was weird. I think he's okay now.
So he goes a run. So Red 4 are actually sending no one to. Oh no. Okay. So it seems no. It doesn't.
No, they're going all eggs in one basket on Bravo and Alpha. Blue 4 is gonna rush 4IB down to Charlie. Interesting.
Honestly, I think I've seen the winner for the first 2 minutes. But actually, I'm not going to call anything now. But Red 4 have. I don't understand.
Okay, no. Let's look at the meta strategy here. So. Op 4 are going for pushing everything to Bravo and Alpha and just controlling those two. Understanding that if they put forces on Charlie, it means they have less forces to go hit Bravo and Alpha. So by completely negating Charlie, they're going to force Blue 4 to sit on that objective, and they can commit more forces to holding Bravo and Alpha. That is actually a really good plan.
I'm here to call out something about this plan.
Mm-hmm.
They've made a huge mistake.
With what?
They dismounted Red 4 at Bravo. Why didn't they push straight up to Alpha?
Because they didn't. No. Because they didn't want to go with a full-on rush. You're right. We might see Blue 4 now retort and start pushing everything to Bravo, but they still would want to go down and take Charlie for that initial point lead.
Yeah, true. But Blue 4 now are going to take Alpha.
Fred spotted Pingus down a hallway. Pingus going down. Green Thumb suppressing, taking Steel out. I think a satchel was just thrown on that build. No, it was just a charge because it didn't blow the building up itself. Alk is pinned down. Another explosive. I don't think that's going to hit Alk. Oh, it might. Oh, yeah, that one blows him away.
That guy just slams.
Another one going over. See, that's the thing about CQC. Like, explosive charges are nasty. Steel going down, so Op4 getting 3 opening kills. Good start in preventing Blue 4 from getting in their opening line.
I still don't like Op4's plan here because now they hit now Op4 have to deal with the majority of the Blue 4 force. I will admit Blue 4 aren't actually in any cover and are moving straight out into the open, where Red 4 are sort of, actually stable. But if Blue 4 were smart here, they'd stick in Alpha because they know they're going to get 4IB to Charlie.
No. Okay, so here's what Blue 4's plan was. You see they split their force. They sent some down to Charlie because they thought Op4 was going to try to charge in there so Blue 4 could get in those suburbs, in the buildings, and start skirmishing with that Charlie force. Op4 predicted this and instead pushed everything to Bravo to then sweep over to take Alpha, thus having Blue 4's force, some of them just be out of position, and instead now Op4 is getting into some of these suburbs here in these tall buildings, and they are able to now skirmish with that southern side and form this unified battle line. But Blue 4 is not adapting to send something down to take Charlie for an early point lead. Instead, you're going to have the Alpha and Bravo tick up with Blue 4 not gaining an initial point advantage, and instead they're just going to slog it out in the middle to see who gets forward. However, Op4 is more well deployed here.
I see what you're playing at, and yeah, Op4 are more well deployed, and they've got this entire section pretty much fleshed out now. But I still think it was a bit of a mistake for Red 4 to slow down like that, because now they've got Scandi Recon in the front.
Holy fuck, I just saw AT fire at a building and kill multiple Blue 4 to the south. They hit a vehicle, it collapsed a building, and just caused multiple casualties.
All right. So if the stuff like this didn't happen, I'm fairly certain I would have been correct.
I told you, it's all going to come down to the actual PvP CQC, and so far, Op4 is showing that advantage. We had Scandi Recon charge up against the clock tower building, but that's where Pepega is, and they are repelling, because Blue 4 is caught in an open area as they try to move up. Flux now putting some GLs in with these flanking shots.
He actually managed to kill Yanni, but if he opens that door,
he's gonna get a nasty flank as these guys are bandaging. He might not overcommit, though, because that exposes him too much. So instead he might.
Throws a smoke down the road.
He could go up these doors. Instead he's poking. He's gonna catch him. There's the spray on the Pertin. Kills Nimia behind him. Pertin taking all those shots. Az almost running into Pertin's fire. Az now countercharging. Green Thumb now flanking on the other corner, firing all the way down to Skipu. I mean, this is intense. Ooh, map just lit up. Yep, Azariah's pushing. Catches Flux. Green Thumb doesn't turn around in time and runs right in Azariah's shots. Great flank by Azariah as he now takes fire from 1RCC, but he did a great job countering that small push.
That is one of the biggest problems I noticed.
Oh my god, AT being fired to try to hit Flux there. Or, excuse me, Azariah.
With individuals, and it's obviously just, I think it's heat of the moment stuff. You hear the shots going out, you see, or you, like, I know you want to keep aware of your surroundings, but if you know there's someone nearby, I think it's better to hear, and especially after those shots, Green Thumb should have just immediately locked onto the location where Az was.
I don't know, another difference I'm seeing right now is you got Blue 4 X-Ray on the back line trying to overwatch Charlie. Again, Blue 4 was planning to lock Charlie down with Op4 inside. And Op4, instead of just fully deployed in the town, they even have X-Ray and an in-between point on a building to lock down open fields. I just feel like, as I predicted, Vagrant is just going to outperform Pierce because that's generally what happens. No offense to the two of them. They are two of, if not the best commanders with an FNF period, but Vagrant just seems to know how Pierce is going to operate and counter him with masterclass strategies like these.
Yeah, well, I think Vagrant learned a lot from his experience as a commander. I remember when we was casting when he first sort of started to command, and we could see he'd make these sort of mistakes. I mean, everyone mistakes as a commander.
But the trick is how you learn from them.
He learned from them, and this is what I think was Vagrant the command of.
I think the OFCRA commander. Yeah, excuse me, for FNF, fighting against OFCRA.
No, that was Shy. No, I remember Vagrant did have. I think Vagrant's pulled off on the best individual commands like plans we've ever seen. But I think so far, I think this year, there's been a lot of FNFs, and it wasn't too long ago. But do you remember Blackbeard's command?
Yeah.
That was something incredible.
Okay, Kier and Pepit pushing. Azariah catches Kier out of position, but runs out of ammo, and Pepit finishes him as Leia was flanking with the SVD for Overwatch. Great call by Az, but he simply ran out of ammo there. And it cost him. But he did some great flanking parts on that, but, I mean, Op4... Good God. Just look at the skull differentiation on the roster. A lot of Blue 4. I'd say they're down to about 50-55% strength, but Op4 is only down to like 80%. So skulls considered.
Very confused. Cholt should just go in and grab Charlie and then move out with his vehicle because it will give them that little point advantage.
No, Cholt's driving around town. He was even further to the west. He's drawing fire from X-Ray and making them panic right now about Op4 potentially pulling up this flank. That's going to keep more Blue 4 guys entrenched hunting for that vehicle because they think there might be a full squad there, and that's going to allow Op4 to keep defeating Blue 4 on detail here with Blue 4's attention divided. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to take that back. Cholt actually shouldn't take the objective. As soon as he takes the objective, it then draws Blue 4's it's a
Blue 4's ire. Yeah.
It could draw Blue 4's ire towards it because they'll realize they're going to start losing point difference. But if he doesn't take it, Blue 4 will pay less attention to it, meaning that they could stay in these Red 4 can stay in these sustained positions.
Are you guys still having trouble hearing Dream over everything? Because he's getting more and more quiet as time goes on. Kind of weird.
But I'm looking at the battlefield.
See, now he got louder again, you know?
Yeah, it's the same as last time, but even quicker.
I don't know, he keeps...
Blue 4 are completely broken up. Most of their forces cleared out, and you actually have Buckets here who are right behind
Yep, right behind Falcon and Nem. Let me know if that's too loud.
Buckets do a lot of damage here.
He's waiting them out.
He's Platoon HQ's medic, so if I was him, I'd drop my radio before going in there.
Still got Iander on the front here. I think he's the last Scandi Recon member alive. No, we got Malin alive, as well as Falcon and Nemesis on a different position, but... Ooh, Cholt's Vic just went up in flames. He's now pinned there, but again, his whole purpose is to draw Blue 4's attention to the south.
Buckets catches Nemesis. Buckets
Great shot on Nem.
Falcon hears and is probably now kind of concerned. He's got that MP7, which we've seen before, will just annihilate people.
Great time grenade against a tree to fragment on anyone over there. But Buckets gets a great drop. He got hit a few times there, but wow.
AK versus the MP7 from that distance, AK will win every day with sustained fire. But that was special for Buckets, taking out two of the best people we've seen this community.
Yeah. Bayant leading the charge as he pushes to knock Taj out. Now he's clearing buildings here, but you're just starting to see Blue 4's line fall apart.
Iander has been down for most of this game. He was actually medicked up by someone.
Yeah, he's on the... Oh, he's in a really nasty position with the 249. He's just spraying. He doesn't see them specifically.
Hits Coolbreeze in that a couple of times, but then Iander starts taking the same fire and knows he has to move. That was bad from Iander. I mean, if I go down
he just didn't see them on the angle. He could come around, still do a lot of damage here. That gas now suppressing over the Op4's line.
I actually think it was the darkness that tricked him, not the... Not because I went down to his position and
he might catch Patriot out of position here. No, he's solo crewing and driving back. Iander has AT. Blows up Patriot. Kills him. Meanwhile, Malin holding, Oh, but a grenade knocks him out.
Corporal Fist wakes back up. Let's hope that nade doesn't end up murdering him.
So apparently there was an explosive over where Buckets was. I don't see Buckets anymore. Vagrant Sholin pushed up. They're down. Sholin fails a wake-up check. I don't know what that was about.
There was... Well, let me check. Falcon was... So none of them actually had any...
The MP7 is 9 by... it's either 9 by 19 or 45 ACP.
Neander actually woke back up after being taken down by K or someone. But Neander's got a sick position.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, armor physics are making it completely impossible.
Yep, Roster's trying to fire back. Roster needs to use AT on that position. He throws a grenade as Iander gets up. There goes Roster.
And Neander...
Roster should have used that rocket launcher instead. Meanwhile, X-Ray's actually going down to Charlie, and now Cholt is going to solo defending this spot, even though it's not under his control. But Blue 4's only choice now is to force to south.
This is when I think Cholt finally realizes that Blue 4 finally realizes that they need
been
to
baited.
try and do points and defense, because they've taken out a decent amount
Man's
of
back up.
Shollin's
still down.
A bit cocky and started pushing way too hard.
K is coming around.
Just to show
he's going to catch Iander as he's bandaging. Iander doesn't notice. And K sends Iander to the Shadow Realm.
That is Scanly Recon completely eliminated from the game. Red will still have a healthy amount of forces, but I think the attention that they've now pulled onto Charlie is going to be terrible for them because there's only 2 guys left on Alpha. So Redfall won't really care about Charlie now. Redfall will push onto Alpha, take it, and then hold the defense, meaning Blue 4 with their low numbers need to start making a push. But this has just been a great plan from Vagrant.
Blue 4 is not going to push. They're going to hold and take Charlie, and then they're going to take those forces and push them north. Cholt might be able to get a kill or 2 in here if he's not taken out, but...
Here comes Olaf. Oh, but Alban gets nailed by Leia. The marksman, Olaf coming around. That's a really nice shot from Leia. With Olaf and Fred here now, Timex is actually on the roof with a 240 Bravo.
Blue 4, I think, have just defeated themselves in detail here, and there's nothing they can really do because Op 4 just had a critical mass of infantry. Charlie going. Cholt was taken out, I believe, by Curie, who breached in. No, Curie went down. I think Seismo then took him out, since he's the other guy there, but
very similar to last round, just a complete wipe. But what is different is that to both plans were pretty much hand in hand. Both of them would have worked in their own ways and not worked in other ways. So this game was done on command, tactician.
This was a tactics thing. So, the infantry falling in line.
Timek can hear Olaf and Fred. None of them. I'm surprised Fred hasn't thought to look on the roof because that is just a classic thing we see. From
Fred
all the time. Timek, I think, is too scared, thinking that if he stands up, he'll get spotted.
More than likely, yes.
You can hear Olaf and Fred down there. But if Fred and Olaf decide to push to the objective southwest, that'll be easy kills for Timek, and I think that's what they're trying to do.
Bait him to go in the open so he can get the most bang for his buck.
Olaf, I think, is... No? I think Olaf, for a second there, did sort of look up towards the roof, but didn't think. Now Olaf is going for a push, but
Timek's looking the other way. Oh, he might spot him. He's right here, Timek. Yep, he sits up. Oh, that's unlucky. There's the lucky headshot there, and Timek drops him. Yeah, Fred's looking around, wondering what the fuck's going on. He's timing a grenade. Throws. Right above Timek. His arm's hit. Timek throwing a grenade over. Doesn't reach up to Freddy's position.
Fred getting ready.
Timing another grenade.
Fred is a...
Amazing.
Yeah, these are really nice. Fred is a demo specialist, but I don't think this building has a destruction texture.
Yep.
But look at Timek.
Yeah, he's looking around trying to find where those grenades are being prepped from.
I think he also wants to try and get down. I think that's what he's going to try. If I was Timek at this point, I would try.
Fred cooking another grenade. Throws. That one's a little sooner. I think he just hurt his Spiky and himself with that one a bit. Blue 4, meanwhile, we're trying to pull over to Charlie from Alpha, but we're quickly suppressed and pulled back. We got Platoon HQ coming with a stolen 240 Vic.
Look at Fred. He actually runs around the side to get a better shot on him, so he can come.
Another airburst grenade. Ooh, Tymek might catch him. Fred immediately throws a grenade and kills Tymek, and his body falls down.
I think Tymek let the
Ooh.
and Fear get to him there.
X-Ray's charging to Bravo. They actually... I'm not sure if the gunner got... Yeah, so the gunner was hit. He wakes back up. They could go capture Bravo.
Here comes Logan. Logan's the one on the rear.
Does he have AT?
He doesn't. He's a medic, but he will take out Reapers.
Not if they drive away from that angle. You know, Blue Fort rushing in and taking Bravo.
That would be a good idea.
That would be a great idea, because then they could at least go for a point victory, because Op4 is just caught in too many positions outside. And if they can confuse where Op4 is going to go, that could potentially divide them into a more even fight for Blue Fort deal. But instead, they're going to go for Alpha.
Straight out into the open.
That is a mistake, but at that position, they don't know that that's a mistake.
HQ and Norris, who's just come up on
Yep.
the top. There's 5 dudes here.
Breaching
They
in
break
now.
down the walls, but Reapers might come around at the last minute and catch him. But no, Sholen actually sees him with his with the 240.
Yep, they start firing. Gunner gets taken out. Yeah.
They're still alive. Oh, he can't see the
Thank gosh that glass is bulletproof.
You can shoot through the hood, you idiot.
Sholen drives. Sam almost runs into him. Sholen gets knocked out. Very interesting play there by X-Ray, but it's working out for him.
You can shoot through that vehicle.
Yep.
That won't be a physical object. You can just shoot through that.
Arcor getting engaged.
He's back, sorry. Arcor and Vagrant didn't realize it.
Oh, and Seismo knocks him out with the suppressed Mark 18. Oh my god, Sholen gets stuck against the bar and eliminated by Sam's secondary.
See what happened?
I did not.
Sholen
Dream, is your mic getting further and further away from your mouth? Because I keep turning you up and you keep getting quieter as I turn you up.
That's weird.
There you go.
Down my gain a bit, so you wouldn't hear it scream. Hear the scream through my mic.
Okay.
But Sholen got out, but he obviously got in the vehicle with his
Yep.
binos out. So when he exited the vehicle, he had his gun out, but it swapped to his binos because it saves the last thing you held out.
Yeah, I keep turning him up and he
Alpha
keeps
has
getting
been
quieter. I don't get
pushed
it.
to neutral because it's a 3-on-1.
Yep.
But
I
here
think
come the rest of
X-Ray's
the red
biggest
ball.
weakness here is if they pushed in the Bravo, that would have heavily turned the game around. But they didn't know, so how could they, you know?
RPG landing very close to Sam, but you managed to get behind the corner just in time. Fred here.
Alpha
doing
knocked to
something.
neutral.
Sam doesn't actually have a gunner. And he also got in the Humvee that had the windows shot out, so at least a couple of those windows will not provide any cover.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Who did that?
I think
That's
Spiky with
Spiky.
disposable AT. I'm looking for the tube now, but
Is it under the...
That was,
yeah, it was Spiky.
yep.
Spiky just killed 2 friendlies. And
But knocked out all of Blue 4's resistance in the AO. Dog 4 is stuck
Nick was
under
going
a
back
destroyed
up.
texture.
I think you can just call out
I mean, that stops Blue 4 from camping that build, and I think in the long run that was the best call to make, but... Woo!
So right now, Dogfire actually needs to exit this because if he kills, so
The bullets aren't going through the texture, though.
yeah, no, but Dogfire can see everything outside.
Yeah, but Bane...
Yeah.
Yeah. Bane gets him.
Though. He's going to sneak up behind Sismo.
Alpha taken for Op 4.
Grav's not looking the right way. Sismo's sneaking up. He has that silenced weapon. No, neither of them see each other. They turned at the last time. Sismo might go for a couple shots and it might alert Grav here.
Dream, after this round, you need to fix your audio because I've literally have you up by 10 decibels and you keep just over time getting quieter and quieter, and I can't turn you up anymore.
How's this?
Still the same, unfortunately.
How is that still the same, mate? Turn my gain up.
Grab taking out Seismo.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay.
Bane and Grav having a bit of a crossfire here. I think they're just a bit confused.
Yeah.
Koala still at the edge of the AO, and you've got now an Op 4 strike team coming down, and 3 members of Blue 4 are running. This round will be over in 5 minutes.
So how long did this one take? 35 minutes. So 20,
The rounds have been going shorter today, to be
yeah,
perfectly honest.
About 26-minute round. It's only just about to cross over to 10, and typically round 2s end around half 10, or just 20 past 10, which I think is what 5
Yeah.
something like that.
Like 5:20, 5:30, but this one is going to be over before 5. So I always welcome quicker rounds, to be honest.
Yeah.
What the heck is Dog 4 doing slipping sliding like that?
You're just having fun.
I love it when the game
Here's
does things like
Koala
that.
Here. Koala's actually going to move into the if Koala moves into the objective, he's going to turn it back to neutral.
Nah, with that many guys in Alpha, the one man can't knock it to neutral.
No,
If there
I
were...
think it will go to neutral.
No, not with that many Op 4 guys in there.
I don't know. I don't know.
If there's 2, I think 3 most.
It doesn't matter because oh no, Shao's going. Oh no, here comes Fetty. Oh no.
Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun 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 dun. Well, he tried. He tried.
Fetty's being jailed.
I was hoping we'd have like a funny moment of Freddy coming up and Hillary Clintoning him, but no,
So,
Koala just gets picked off.
Rory and Rory pushed out the town because I think they want to do an offhanded defense where they don't actually sit in the objective and they just keep everyone away, which is going to go
Is Dream
horribly
not too
wrong
loud
them.
for you guys? Let me know. Blue 4's down to 2 people now on the south.
Oh damn.
Koala just came into my chat and yelled, "Fuck!" Yeah, Koala, you were in so much trouble. Even if you weren't executed right there, there was someone right behind you. He hadn't noticed you yet, but oh my gosh, Leia just disrespecting Koala's body there and emptying things into his face. Oof.
Well, yeah, this will be over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Blue 4 actually do have more points, which is funny enough.
That's why I was saying if X-Ray went down and actually captured Bravo, and they might have been able to pull some of Op 4 back to Bravo to take it back, making that attack on Alpha a little
Yeah,
less
that would've-
effective, and
that
it
would've
might have
changed
turned
this.
around. Unlikely, to be perfectly honest, but it could have done it.
Definitely made Blue 4 have to
Panthera
think,
third person. That's
I mean,
okay.
Red 4 think a bit more and divide their
It's got
forces.
the same texture types.
Here comes Logan.
Because
and
Panthera and
who is
Fapovo
that?
are made
That's
by
Logan.
the same guy. Icebreaker.
Logan, Bayan, and Shao all
One of the
rushing
masters of
towards
map dev.
Charlie objective. That is not who you want to see rushing at you. X-Ray are being very, very scared here. They don't want to push over this.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn 'em-
open
I'm gonna
point,
start
and
gradually
that
turning 'em
right,
down
the
again.
Shepherd will probably see them. He has actually got the M16.
There we go. It's because his mic keeps doing some weird
not the
fluctuations
normal
today, so there's
M4.
not much I can do about that. Yeah, so Koala is telling me he was instructed not to go there, which I figured as much, because you went right on top of that position and pulled away. But had you gone there, I think it would have been able to turn it around.
Rory's
Would have been
firing a code
unlikely, but
Vince.
it would have been a bit closer because you would have had all 3 objectives counting points up for you. And if you were able to pull a few Op 4 guys back to your position, even if you decided not to hold it, it might have been... It might have helped you edge it out in the end.
Haviland's just firing. Oh, they actually got Julie in the
This is the end of the
vehicle
second
now.
fight. Third fight will be in a little
They're
bit.
gonna drive right up to Shepard. Do any of them have AT?
No.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh. The Dooley Chow Logan Bayans group. Mr. Trick Shot with the best player with his best friend, and then Chow along for the ride. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Julie's been doing. Julie does some shit as well. He does quite a bit. Rory just firing.
Yeah, but they're bulletproof.
Now base smells blood.
I thought they were about to flip themselves for a second. I was gonna, oh, okay.
Oh, Rory spotted by Logan. Shepard's gonna hear Logan here.
Shepard,
Someone's close.
snipe that target. See, Logan has a great idea here. He's got a friendly gun, but... Oh, he also has... Wait, he has a Blue 4 vest on.
I lost 500,000 men in a blink of an eye.
Is Logan around to take enemy armor?
Yeah, you are allowed to take enemy armor.
Oh.
I thought it was enemy armor. I thought you were allowed to take backpacks and not armor, but...
That confused Shepard, though, because he looked at Logan and thought he was a friendly.
Bay's being friendly fired by Sven right now.
Shepard is the last man standing. We will have
Logan
GG in...
might be friendly fired here.
9, 15, 18, 5, 6. 6 divided by 6 times 20 is 120. This will be over in 2 minutes. Points-wise, unless Shepard gets picked off, so 2 minutes or less. But Dooley's looking.
5 years ago, I lost 30,000 men in a blink of an eye.
Dooley's about to pull a Captain McTavish.
Watched.
If he can find Shepard, aka call sign Golden Eagle. Uh-oh! Shepard spotted him. Dooley blind fires. Neither side is able to... They both reload at the same time. Do the circle of death. Dooley trying to fire more rounds. Knock Shepard out.
It's modern warfare. We did.
Oh my gosh, and there's the handgun. And there it is. History repeats. I love how both of them did the circle reload dance at the same time, mind you. Oh, that was hilarious. And there it is, GG. Once again, the surviving faction having a lot of guys left over. Whew. All right.
Damn.
Going back to voice activation, gonna go ahead.
We're already on to our last fucking round.
Yeah, it's been a quicker one today.
Sector. So it's sector again, but it's attack defend.
Attack defense sector. All right, I'm fine with that. I can live with that one, to be
we can live
perfectly
with that
honest.
one.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead run our intermission advertisements here. This is round
Fuck's sakes.
3.
I almost just said what I muted you for earlier.
Yeah, no,
But I
it's
made
okay.
you
Don't
mute
worry about it.
again.
Just move on.
I almost
Just
did
move
it
on.
again.
All right, add sector. Op 4 is attacking with a 12.5% numbers advantage. Attacking 3, blue 4. That sector.
Don't worry, chat. You'll find out very soon what I'm talking about.
Has a 12.5% numbers advantage. Ooh, we got a big amount of assets here as well. A BMP2. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, we've got another 2S25. Oh, for have an attack 2S25. Oh no. Oh god. They have a toe.
Blue 4 has...
Blue 4 have a toe. This is not a drill. Blue 4 has a toe.
This will be interesting. Because it's a great way to counter long-range vehicle uses. But I haven't really been seeing, in the 2 times we've seen the 2S25 utilized, neither have been used at long range. Other than the first time it was used, but it was put in a really bad position where it couldn't see much. And then the second one, they had it on the rear Overwatch, and it managed to blow up a vehicle during a firefight, but then it just charged right in and got destroyed.
No.
So
No, the first one just was not used. By the time they actually made it into the battleground, there was like 3 dudes left. The second one did the exact opposite. The second one just ran in.
yeah.
Now this one, if it keeps following the same order,
I'm gonna keep playing Snow Warriors. So we're on another.
is going
cold
to be
map.
very neutral.
I think the considering it's RHS, I believe the toe is going to be the 4-round tripod sit-down version with full 360 coverage and everything.
Name for this mission.
So we'll see how things go. I will BRB 1 second. I am just going to go use the bathroom.
Hey, Chip. How you doing, Chip? Wait, am I still on his head? Can I talk to him while he goes to the bathroom? Chow, what do you want me to say to him while he goes to the bathroom? What do you want me to subtly whisper in his ear while he goes to the bathroom?
You having a good time in there, Liru? You having a good time? Remember to wash your hands. Very important. Remember to piss with confidence. You let the toilet know who's boss. You are. Gotta scrub your hands. Scrub, scrub. Make sure you get all the bad germs out. That toilet is your bitch. No one else's. You are the leader. You are the man.
How are you, chat? What are you doing? Let's say mean things about Liru while he listens to us so we can make him cry on the toilet. Okay, first off, not drunk. I actually haven't drunk in actually a few weeks. I had a pint and a Jaeger bomb with my friend last time I drunk. And we're gonna go out again soon. I'm not drunk. Wee Woo is cute. Meh. We're gonna go out, have another few Jaegers soon. Cool.
Are you
Oh,
drunk
he's
again?
back.
That's what everyone's saying.
Not drunk.
You're not drunk? Okay, just making sure.
Not. The last time I drunk was. Did you have your headphones
Last time was
on?
drunk?
Did you have your headphones on?
Shh, it's okay.
Did you have your headphones on?
Shh, it's okay.
I'm not drunk.
I'm sure chat didn't hear you.
Oh no, chat heard me.
Oh dear.
Did you have your earphones on? Your headphones?
Don't worry about it.
Did you hear me speak sweet nothingness into your ear while you were peeing? I told you to make that toilet your bitch.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Many things is the correct answer.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see.
So it seems the FNF staff do not like the fact that this has been quite a fast round tonight, and I'm wanting to make slotting kind of slow.
Are they now?
Yeah.
That's painful. Now,
Staff, that was a joke. Don't kill me.
this is Chernarus Winter, so Chernarus, there's a lot of areas where the map can be really, really open and support armor. It could also be really, really hilly, making it difficult to set armor up. And depending on where the sectors are, they could also be in positions that armor is completely useless to support. So we'll see how things go. But if Blue 4 have an AO where they can put a toe on a super tall mountaintop and just cover everything, I think Op 4 is in trouble. So, to Khalil's comment, yeah, I do want to, after FNF NA, probably play some DayZ. I'll be a fresh spawn. People control me with those audio snippets, and we'll try to have a good time. Because I haven't played DayZ in a few, actually like a week, to be perfectly honest.
I have not played it in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We got a few things we can run down and around the map, so.
Just don't die. Just stop being bad at the game.
Bro, I literally found some of the best armor in the game, and then some dude one-taps me in the middle of a blizzard with a Mose, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Chat, I want everyone to
GG.
repeat this with me. I just want everyone to repeat this with me.
Skill issue.
Not
You
doubting
have-
that. I suck at that game, to be perfectly
Yeah,
honest.
So do I.
I just played a loot goblin more than anything else in
I
roleplay.
get confused. I've been playing a lot of Icarus lately. It is so much fun.
I've been debating getting into that, you know?
Oh, do it and then we can play.
All right. I don't know. I just have to find the time because right now I've decided every day I'm going to get a mini project done. So today I got a lot of front logging done for a shit ton of videos on the PvP/Shenanigans channel. I've got 2 weeks worth and I can get another 2 weeks worth done. I just have to tomorrow morning edit all of these videos and I can get that front log and I won't have to worry about the PvP channel for like 3 weeks. I also want to finish up the Pay for Pain roster, finalize the mods that I want to use, and get that all released by tomorrow afternoon. I keep pushing that deadline back because I keep deciding I'm going to, you know, release more and more content for it earlier on. But the goal is we'll get that released over the weekend. We'll take like a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Thursday to do pre-orders, and I can explain fully how the event's going to go. I can get a roster going for that event as well, just so I can have a lot more control over everything and get everything set up so I don't have to, you know, do a lot of it last minute in the event itself.
Oof, God, imagine being productive. What a
Yeah.
nerd. What
And
a
I mean, this was all
nerd.
balanced while I was getting the MCO for SOG
What a
Prairie Fire made,
nerd.
and that actually took a lot more research than I would have liked, but that's because
Nerd.
there's just so many things I have to worry about with that one, because I've seen a lot of other events for its startup with various degrees of success, either on balance or frames, and I'm just trying to walk that line because I'm Liru and I try to make the best that I can.
I'm playing in that with the developers.
Yes, I was actually really surprised last night at 1 a.m. where Whiplash messaged me and said, hey, can we add dreams to our group? And I'm like, oh, all right.
So
You've made it with the big leagues. How do you
I made it
feel?
with the big leagues. I am cool now. No, I messaged him.
Yeah, right, CV?
I actually messaged Egg originally because I didn't want to come straight to you.
Yeah.
I messaged Egg originally. I was like, "Hey, can I come in and play with you guys for Liru's MCO?" And I was like, "I'll go message Whiplash because he's the one doing it." So I said, "I wanted to see if I could join your team with Des for Liru's op if you haven't filled it in, of course." And then he said he'll ask.
Yeah.
He'll ask you. So and then he messaged me.
So
that I'm in.
I do appreciate you going to them first because those were their slots to do whatever the heck they want with. I don't really mind who they bring in.
My plan originally was to ask him if they would allow me to come in, and then I was going to come to you, but then he asked. So because I didn't want to just say, "Hey, put me in," because I felt bad.
I still need to finalize the exit poll for the next MCO topics we want to do, because I'd love to do more Vietnam-based MCOs.
Oh god.
I think if I can nail the balance, especially with the frames for the first mission, we can run another one with a similar player count, and I can get into some other exotic topics. But an op I'm really excited that we're going to run on Wednesday. We're going to do a Gulf of Tonkin incident. So I'm going to have the player... So it's what kind of started the Americans to get into Vietnam itself. They were already doing some stuff supporting the South Vietnamese. But it was a destroyer running intelligence missions, and then it came under attack by Northern Vietnamese patrol boats. So I don't have an Allen class destroyer. I have a Fletcher class though with Naval Legends. So what we're gonna do is we don't have any F8 Crusaders, but we have the next generation fighter, which is the A7 Corsairs. So we're gonna have at minimum 4 of those. We're gonna have a full crew for the Allen, and if I have more people, there's another boat that came up. That was a different class, but I'm going to have that be a Fletcher as well. And maybe more fighters get scrambled as well. And we've got the proper type of boat. I don't have any MiG-17s, which none were used, but I'm going to throw in some MiG-15s. And I've got torpedo boats as well. So it's just going to be like a naval thing with some planes, because I don't know why it's like a really niche concept, but I've got a lot of people in TSB that actually like really want to play that. So... I'm balancing it for it, but it needs to be small scale because I can't put 20 dudes on a boat. There's not enough guns for them all to utilize. But I'm thinking about having the boats fire infinite ammo, just giving them a limit on torpedoes. But I probably won't even use torpedoes because they're not going to be effective against little speedboats. So we'll see how that goes. But, you know, having some fighter cover as well that can strafe the boats. We got a mod for the USS Nimitz, which wasn't the class of ship used, but it'll, you know, serve as something for the aircraft to take off and go in from. But I'm also debating doing the spec op that the Southern Vietnamese did that triggered the Northern Vietnamese to attack the boat. Because there is actually a really good island in the SOG Prairie Fire mod that could serve as a radar base that they hit. And the Nasty class boat that they use is also in the SOG Prairie Fire mod. So a few small-scale operations that I think would be really, really cool to do. It just...
Heard of,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, have you ever heard of ST Idaho, the subgroup?
No.
Well, finish your thought and I'll tell you about it.
But I'm trying to basically adapt my Wednesday slot, which we do at noon EST, to just be a lot of small-scale stuff. Just because that's one of the concepts where for years I haven't really delved into, because the only groups I could do it with were either be small groups that would commission me and they usually want their own thing, or the 506th, but it's really hard to get them to come with a mod set in play, because otherwise I get, like, you know, down to like maybe 8 people tops, and these are missions where it's better to have, you know, around 10 to 20.
Nice.
All right. Otherwise, round has begun, but go ahead, finish that thought.
No, I was just gonna say ST Idaho was a SOG team that it's actually about the so they went they landed to do advanced recon and they actually they were pushed in to find Vietnamese soldiers in the jungle, but they got their first. They took their first comms call. They didn't take the second one, so they sent in. I forgot what the teams are called when they send in to rescue SOG teams or attempt to rescue SOG teams, and they sent in one called ST Columbia, I think it was, to find them. And as they were walking through, their squad leader made a poor decision, and he died, and someone else died. And it's this story about how these two guys and a couple Vietnamese troops with SOG had to fight against 30,000 men.
Nice.
And they managed to get out mostly okay.
I love doing ops like that, though, because I'm the type of Zeus for Vietnam missions and stuff where I really like to spam infantry. I like to have a target-rich environment because my favorite way to play ops is where you're in that position. Some of my favorites were when the 506th ran some SOG-style ops. I would basically take the Stoner Commando and just go nuts, because that gun had so little recoil and you could just drop literally 20 dudes in the blink of an eye, and you would feel like a badass.
Yeah, so I actually found it. It's called a bright light operation. When
Shoot me a link on Discord. I'll look at that after during our in-between time before NA, but we also do need to start covering the round.
Oh yes, I forgot about that part. I'll just send you the
Don,
thing
if you're
now
there,
on my
shit.
phone. Go ahead.
Can you go ahead? I gotta write the prediction.
Do your job.
Don, can you write the prediction, please? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Liru?
Hold on.
Do you want me to take Blue 4?
No, Maz just spoke. Yeah, go ahead. Maz just spoke to me saying no one took the new M27s for their missions because he changed that out for the Marines to use, but the M27 is the full auto M4 bottle. And apparently no one took it to use, unfortunately. Galdo, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you enjoyed DayZ tonight, and I hope you get a nice kick out of the stream. Dream, go. Go, go, go.
Okay, so it is typical Blue 4, the vanilla Blue 4. We've seen a lot of vanilla, but I think that is just because it's a lot of testing being done tonight. With
they have the desert camo on, do they not?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, because it's white, so it blends in with the snow.
Yeah, it all looks the same to me, man. Well, there you go. They have the snow deserty camo because they have to blend in. In terms of their assets, they have 3. I think it was they have 1 up on the Humvee that I can see there with the gun on top. They have a couple of transports, obviously.
So they should have the 1117, an M2 Humvee, M240 Humvee, and the tow launcher, which I can't seem to find at the moment.
They've loaded the tow launcher, but
I see it. Yep, yep.
There's the other Humvee. So yeah, so
they just loaded it somewhere. Yep.
In terms of their weapons, their weapons are vanilla. FNF, the M4s. I think you just said there's no M24s, unfortunately, tonight because none of them picked them.
Yeah. M27s.
M27s.
24 is the marksman rifle bolt action. 27 is the.
I am an idiot.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Camo. Yeah, Eric's saying camo is camo. But yeah, just it's the vanilla as we always see, bar the desert stuff. They have.
Hold on, real quick. Go to the Blue 4 Christmas tree.
Yeah, I know. So I was literally about to call that out. Yeah, as you can see, they're all having a nice dance around the Christmas tree, and then you have obviously the other side of Christmas, the satanic fire of NAFs. Everyone knows that's my favorite Christmas story.
My bad, bro. Thanks for correcting me.
Back out. They have the tow launcher, which they're going to have to use.
I gotta go look into that then. Trying to summon Rudolph.
Yeah, it's a very basic Blue 4 setup.
All right, going over the roster real quick, we got Koala. He wants to command now. All right, we'll see how he does tonight. Falcon with 2 WCR members. Looks like they are going...
Falcon is the sniper.
Yeah, so we're actually seeing a SOCOM 16, which is basically another 20-round 7.62 rifle they're going to be using suppressed. Falcon taking the 338 sniper rifle. Interesting. Mito leading Alpha HQ, Tolly being his auto rifleman with the 249 Bravo. We got Jack. I want to see everything where Jack redeems himself because he's been doing some really silly stuff the past few weeks. But
sorry.
Lurch, Saven, Patriot, and Oddball with him. Back on Koala real quick because I felt like I went through him too quick. I mean, he's I haven't seen him take command, so I'll be really curious to
this is
see
the first time I've
what he
ever seen
does.
him.
Yeah. So that's why I went over him too quick. I'm not trying to show any bias just because I literally have nothing to say about him, so let's see how he does. Otherwise, Bravo 1 has Scandi Recon members Pertin, Nafs, Nemesis, Iander, Yanni with 2 fill-ins from 1RCC and Retrospector. Charlie HQ has TSP Reapers Insanity leading with Lolo and Sam under him, and Seismo also with them as their AT guy. Foosfire from 1RW taking Delta HQ, and he's got under Delta 1, Bayant and Dooley with Bald Eagle and Chow also joining them. We got 1RW members under Delta 2 with Koak also joining them, but I think Koak is also a 1RW member. So that's a full group. Again, Pierce, Fawn, Stattenberg, Burt, Koak, they're all pretty good players in their own right. Aim at the Stars with PLH Pete and Lusode taking the vehicle crew for the 117, and Gamma 2, which I believe is going to be a dedicated vehicle crew, is Azariah and Malin, 2 other Scandi Recon players, but I am going to be curious to see what they do with the Humvee, because Humvee tactics-wise, I'm actually surprised we don't see Nafs in that group, but remember it was the same one where Jack failed the clutch on the objective, but it was another winter map. And they, with that Humvee, just harassed the absolute hell out of Pepega and just mowed them the heck down. You remember that one, Dream?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Remember, it was a round 1 EU winter map on Nap Island.
Mm-hmm.
It was the one where Jack missed the clutch on the objective and played for kills instead of the objective. But in the beginning of that round, it was Nafs and Malin in the Humvee, and they just absolutely harassed the hell out of Pepega. I'd love to see them pull that again.
Is that when they circled the bridge?
Yeah, they circled under the bridge multiple times and then dismounted and then took
Fucking-
that dude out
they
because
did
they
the bait.
baited him into
Yeah,
thinking
they
he'd come
baited
around
him.
again. Yeah, it was great. I'd love for them to make some more maneuvers like that. But otherwise, let's look at Op4 here. This is a big AO too. Jesus. It is focused around Zelenogorsk, but Op4 is going to have multiple kilometers of distance to travel here. They got a lot of transport, mind you, but woo, big AO. But go ahead. What does Op4 have?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What, in terms of assets?
Assets,
yeah,
weaponry,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
I'll break
yeah,
down the
okay,
players again because I'm talking too much. I want to give you a chance.
So
I'm trying to be nice.
It seems it's not the same. It is a bit more of a more solid green.
It's the Gorkas. The Spetsnaz Gorkas with the Alton helmets.
Yeah, so they will be visible in the snow, but I think that's why it's a little bit dark, just to give them that added extra bit of help. Yeah, so their typical setup in terms of their weaponry, AKs, PKPs, PKMs, I'm sure. Actually, no, I think it's LPKs now, if I'm getting that right. SVDs, obviously, as for the dedicated marksman. Very interesting to see those. Actually, I don't like the SVD. No, I don't like it. I didn't like it when it was a marksman rifle. I don't like it now. It is good in other games, but in this game, I just really don't like it. PKPs, I imagine their ATs are either RPGs or Carl Gustavs, and that's really it for their infantry. They have the special helmets you were raving about before. Not entirely sure what those are, but then we come over. Actually, I'll get to that last. We have the BMP-2, very, very scary vehicle. Most likely
Real quick. No autocannon on it. They rescripted the main cannon to be a 14.5 millimeter and a 7.62 coax, which it already has because FNF doesn't like GMGs or autocannons.
So we do have the PKM Gaz, 2 of those. 2 PKM Gazes, and then obviously we have our main and our special force here, the 2S25. We've seen it be used about 2 times now. I don't know if it's been used.
This is the third time
since then. This is the third time it's being used. Both times were the first time it was used, it was not effective. The second time it was used, a little bit more effective, but the crew.
But yeah, for the main fight, they just charged right in and got killed. But they did blow up. They were being some really good armor Overwatch early on.
But we'll have to see. So who is actually running it this time? It is Buckets and Blam and Vagrant. Now Vagrant is a good commander, but we'll have to see if he's a good vehicle commander. I think he'll have a good idea. But that is it for their assets. Obviously the transports and X-Ray taking the quad bikes. So
a good chunk of transport is actually really important to note here because they do have a long distance to go to actually get up in Zelenogorsk, where the AOs are. Otherwise, going over the roster here, who do we have command? We got Despo. All right, so actually, I don't see Despo command a lot, but I got to give him some credit because we see him in OFCRA and FNF, so he's got basically a lot of knowledge here across multiple PvP events that could help him out in making a plan here. And with this being a much bigger AO, you see that a lot in OFCRA style missions, so that might help him formulate a plan. compared to someone like Koala, who I've only seen in play in FNF, but he might play in other events that I don't cast, so I'm not gonna, you know, give that to Despo as a deciding factor, but it's important to bring up if people play in other communities so they get that extra perspective, because it helps you predict what they might do. So I think we're going to see Despo do some sort of flanking strategy, divide his forces among 2 groups, and have his vehicles overwatch those 2 flanks coming in. And he has a lot of room to do that, either from the northern side of Green Mountain, in the forested side north of the town of Kolsvolka, or they might come all the way to the south down to Windy Mountain and attack from there. I don't see them going completely around this AO, though, and attacking the direct south at .291. I think we're just going to see mainly a northern push with the flank push, or just 2 flanks pushing from the west or east. Just I'm trying to get in Despo's head, but it could go either way. Do you have anything?
No, I think Ob4 are going to have a long way to go in that S2, S5.
He doesn't command in OFCRA, but he plays a lot in OFCRA.
I think they'll take the straightest route down they can. The way I could see it going is maybe they stop off at the T-junction at Sosnovoy, but yeah, it does. I can only imagine Blue 4 X-Ray are going to spike a position on their way. I think this one is going to be our longest game yet. It's going to be quite drawn out. I think both commanders are going to be quite scarce with their movements. This one's going to take a while. I mean, Red 4 have had a win streak all night tonight. And I think they've attacked every single round, Red 4. Yeah. And I do think Red 4 will probably take this one, only if they can use that 2S25 to their advantage.
Yeah, I will also say the rosters have also been really, really similar. I'm going to break it down real quick. Sayak being the 2IC, Timek being the medic, Pepega trying to take X-Ray now. Let's see, who is the marksman here? I believe that is going to be Flux, who is driving that one Vic. Behind him, he's got one of the suppressed shooters, which I believe is Vince, and then Coda being the other suppressed shooter. Nope, so they're both going for the 45-round AK-74s that are suppressed for basically more bullets, which, knowing how Pepega operates, I'm not surprised. They want more ammo so they can fire more because their individual marksmanship is very, very good. Otherwise, it's Kakir, Gvir, Fred, who is filling in with them, because I know he's not Pepega, but he is a good player. Flux, Coda, and Vince there as well. K3 leading Alpha HQ, Lone and Drain under him, but they're going to be a dedicated vehicle crew with the BMP, as we see one of the quad bikes ram into the BMP and actually cause it to knock around a little bit. Pretty funny there. Alpha 1 has Grav and Shy. Basically, these are all AA players. I'm curious. I think Olaf is going to be their marksman since he has his handgun out right now, and he's towards the middle of the roster. Shy being the RPK gunner. All right, Arcor leading Alpha 2. He's got Mobile X, Indigo Fox, Logan, and Twins with him. That'll be an interesting combo. We'll see how they're able to support. Otherwise, Bravo HQ, we got a big mix of players. You got members like Ash, Gazog, Banks, 2600, and Rory. I know they're all part of one community. And they got some fill-ins such as Norris, Dogport, and Cholt from the 29th ID. And then Persian MO and Dusty's also in there as well. Charlie HQ has Maz, Naders, Johnson, Goose, and 3 of the 4 IB members remaining. And then Vagrant, Blom, and Buckets also under Gamma 1. So, interesting enough, what's really shifted over here that could make a difference is Bay and Dooley. They're not on Op 4 anymore. They're actually going to stick it in Blue 4. And the reason that's significant is this AO, it's Zelenogorsk, which it's a big town. There is some limited angles with it, you know, because there's still a bunch of open areas around it. Really limits the maneuvering of between sectors, especially considering where they are. It's more around the outskirts of Zelenogorsk. But if Bay is allowed to get into a nice urbanized area and given a lot of room to maneuver, he can work wonders. And we've seen that week in, week again. So that might go in Blue 4's favor. But considering that Op 4 only needs to attack the outskirts where the sectors are specifically, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, but hey, I love being proven wrong and seeing Bay kick a bunch of ass.
I don't. I like being right all the time.
I know you do. Mission has just begun. I think we're going to see Blue 4 potentially push units out to set up either some defensive lines for counterattacks and ambush, or they're just going to push units out to try to figure out where Op 4 is going to come from, because as soon as Blue 4 can figure out where Op 4's force is going to originate and attack from, then they can mount a proper defense. Otherwise, you're going to see a repeat of round 1, and the defending team is just going to get utterly destroyed.
So what
defeated
round
in
was it?
detail.
I was just remembered, what round was it last week that we saw that really proactive defense? If you remember it.
With the mortars?
I think so. Was it?
That was round 2 NA? No.
I wasn't there at NA.
Round
was
3.
Was it
round 3
versus OFCRA?
No.
That was just
No. Yeah, you're talking about round 2 where OFCRA pushed out and like wiped Scandi Recon and then almost wiped Papega, but Papega was able to win that fight out at the end. And then like FNF barely came out on top at the end.
But then FNF in the next round, or in the final round, because no, that was the first round.
Yeah.
The second round, Shy took that and then made it into his own, and
had
OFCRA
Papega and
was
Scandi watch the flanks.
Yeah, and it was a
They
proactive
broke through on
defense.
Scandi, but Papega like managed to take out a lot of dudes with him when they broke through.
So
But
did
that knocked
Scandi.
out the numbers, yeah.
So I
And
think,
a lot of
that
Scandi
was-
survived though, and then ended up encircling and taking out small groups of OFCRA in chunks. Yep.
That's probably one of the best recent commanding matches I've seen. That was exceptional from Shy. Take their own strat and then use it against them with the
And it worked pretty well.
The resources you have.
Did
so-
Iander take AT? I don't see Iander in
Interestingly,
here,
I
actually. No,
think
yes, he
they
did.
might have
Bravo
taken a
1, he did
wrong
take
turn,
AT.
Or they're actually just going to go straight through the valley.
This is an
which is gonna slow this down a
interesting
lot
strat.
more. So they sent a couple that, along with
have
their
3 different
BMP2
forces here.
down to push through the forest line. Which is not a
Rhino
bad
Osborne.
idea,
Who's
'cause it
dream
means
betting
you can
on?
Sort of
I don't
spread out
know.
your line and I've
Dream,
actually
real
just
quick, who do you bet
realized-
on?
Redfall.
All right. So bet blue 4, because he's always wrong. Anyway, sorry, continue. Chat was
Okay.
just wondering.
Okay.
I do like the proactiveness that blue
Chat
4
was
has
wondering
put on
who
these
I bet
defense
on?
lines. Yep.
Jesus. What's wrong with them today?
Yeah, right?
Anyway, yeah, you've got this force moving to the east, so it's a very, very split attack, and we've seen these fail.
Selenius,
and
thanks for
burn
dropping by,
multiple
man.
times,
Hope you enjoy the round.
especially if
the
a
ops.
force
The
gets
rounds.
spotted
Damn
early,
it.
and one side of the force gets into contact before the other can. I think if they keep a good firing line, like a good line of attack, and keep it like somewhat together, it will work out. But I'm just looking at them; they're split up right now, and I don't know. I never really liked splitting up this much
Yeah.
as a group.
So, a few things I'm going to point out here. I like the strategy that both sides have adapted, but I don't think Op4 is going to be able to pull out what they want. FNF, people in FNF do not like to pull out once they're under contact. It's really hard to make them do it. There's only a few communities that'll actually like start doing it, but most will just start getting into the engagement,
FNF's pull-out
even if
game is
it's
weak.
yeah, funny. Even if it's unfavorable because they just want to get in there and shoot shit. So what Despo and Op4 is going for is he has his forces pretty well spread out here. He's trying to find an opening. But Blue 4 have set up a really good proactive line in a circle, actually, all around the 3 sectors, which he is evenly controlling, by the way. He hasn't foregone one, which most commanders in Blue 4 shoes under Koala would just sacrifice one and go for the other 2. But honestly, the way they're separated like this, any one of them can be a decent AO to defend. Yep.
I was just gonna say he's also left guys just on the outside who are able to move in if one does come under attack, but also watch a flank coming through.
But what needs to unfold here is Op4 is going to pick a line to attack. Blue 4 then has units all around that, okay, let's say Op4 attacks from the northwest, which is looking really likely. Blue 4 can pull its forces at the eastern and southern sides and either push them to the front line itself, push them internally for sector defense to make another defensive line, or he can have them mount up in VIX and drive all the way on the outskirts and try to flank that attack. But Op4 has all these forces in different areas. That allows Op4 some room to either push in on different angles or to counter any counterattacks on the flanks. So both sides are being incredibly loose with their formations right now. That's going to give them a lot of room to do various different things. And already, I hate to talk shit about the other 2 rounds, but this is looking like a lot more of an interesting round because both commanders have picked a really good strategy. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to draw attention to a very dangerous team who I caught right now. If you find X-Ray and look at Blue 4 X-Ray and look at Wisp and Hedge, they're the 2 silenced rifles, those 7.62 rifles in the woodland with decent camo, and X-Ray is right next to them. That's a bad team to come up against, mostly because they will just annihilate you.
The question is, will they be called to go over there? Because they only have short ranges, which granted could reach other forces, but we'll just have to see what happens there. I think they're waiting for something else to kind of go by their line so they can then engage from the rear, so they might not be as effective there, but on foot, they could use these forests to find other Op4 members and take them out, so
Az and Marlon got quite lucky there because they actually had Flux and another dude, so Flux is the one with the 338, almost walk up behind them as they were overwatching, but they moved out.
Yeah, as they were pulling back. Yep, they're in the Humvee. What really is concerning me, though, is where Op4 is putting their Overwatch. And this is actually really, really good. You got the 2S25 in reserve right now because Op4 hasn't decided where they're going to make their attack line, but the 2S25 has a very good Overwatch position from the north because of that terrain. And you got the BMP following on the southern side to provide more local fire support in this large open area moving up to Sector 1. So I think we're going to see a pincer attack by Op4 at this rate. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, X-Ray have actually mounted the radio tower, and because of view distance, it's actually not going to work out for them. But they can actually see down, if I go back to them, they can actually see down somewhat into the tree lines where Bravo 1 is, but I think they're going to abandon it because it's just probably not the best position.
Yeah.
Problem is now this is a waiting game, and I think as soon as one contact starts, everyone's going to get a little bit confused and excited. But this,
yeah, there's no footprints.
Really
sorry to say.
Depso is a really nice plan here. It's just he is being quite dangerous with the fact that his forces are lacking in, like, you know, the distance from each other. So if one team starts getting annihilated, you can't really easily push another team over to support.
He's going to rely on the vehicles to do that, though. I think dividing the vehicles among his 2 attack flanks is one of the 2 better strategies he can do with them, because they'll be able to directly support those attacks. What he's got to worry about, though, is just in case Blue 4 decides to push something to those vehicles in the form of a Humvee. 117 won't be too much of a threat, but that's also kind of curious. I was expecting Blue 4 to use the 117 as more of a patrol vehicle, but instead they're having it as an Overwatch element instead. One thing I am worried about, though, is Mal and Nazariah. They are remounting to move west, and I think they might be able to find this Op4 push coming in because they went over to that other position that we mentioned. Flux was about to walk on them, but they pushed away because they didn't see anything. I'm not sure if they saw those vehicles riding up the eastern line of the map, so instead they pulled back. But I feel like if they did spot them, no, they might have, because Blue 4 actually does have some forces looking in that direction, but not enough to pull everything over. So maybe they reported that light force coming in. It was a few quad bikes and a single gas. So Blue 4 still on high alert, looking for this main attack to come in. But I think Mal and Az might be able to run into something if they keep their wits about them. Yeah, and they're going to go right through that forest. That's very risky. Got Spiky with AT. Shy on point with a machine gun. Could easily take out the gunner. And I'm hearing shots. Delta, I believe, was firing. No, I think they were trying to shoot out windows. Yeah, that was it. They're looking up up in their direction. There's nothing up there, unfortunately.
So Az and Marlon aren't going to hear anything of the Sons of their engine. They've actually just turned straight towards this force.
Yeah.
The gun is pointing. Yeah. So the gun's pointing with the chassis. So who's actually driving this? It's Az.
Got a little bit of up armor on that turret. That's the M2 as well. Blue 4 cannot retake sectors once they're taken. A sector can only be taken if there is no one left conscious in the sector. So if there's one Blue 4 guy hiding in the corner, Op4 won't be able to take it. And the sector zones are defined by the shaded in. So once it's lost,
Just
it's
a
lost.
very slow structured defense right now, probably making Blue 4 a bit concerned.
So here's the deal. If you're the defending commander and it's taken 10 or 15 minutes after the round started and you've had no contact, you know your enemy is trying to plan something.
Yeah.
But that also means a direct assault from their spawn gets less and less likely as the time goes by. So what I would do in Koala's shoes is, as time kept going, I'd slowly put forces, anything I put forward into Op4's territory, you know, from where they spawned, I would pull it back and start reinforcing my flanks instead. I wouldn't fully abandon a forward push because you never know. They might re-attack and be just trying to bait you out. But a flank or rear attack as time goes on is more and more likely, because why is your enemy taking so long to attack? For them to just burn clock on the timer for the sake of burning time, especially with a 3-objective 50-round match, is a really bad idea. The only way they'd be able to regain that is a rush, but that's why you keep a light force on your front just to counter that, because I've seen crazier shit. But I think Blue 4 has a really good strat. They just need to be very, very quick to maneuver their forces once first contact starts. The only issue they're going to have is dealing with those enemy Vics on Overwatch. If they can find a strategy like have Malin and Az, I combined their names. Maz is a player as well, so I gotta be careful when I say that. If they have Azurai and Malin mount Iander up from Scandi Recon and go charge those Vics, I think Blue 4 is gonna be in a good situation. But Despo, I mean, he's done a really great job of positioning his forces, and then on the rear line, he's got his X-Ray group overwatching, so he can watch how Blue 4 changes their forces from X-Ray fielding information in. But we are seeing Blue 4 getting a little restless. We got 1117 is now repositioning to the north, which sucks because that hilltop position it was on was a very good position. But maybe they're just changing the guard here, because now that Maz, I did it again. Malin and Az are on that little hill. Azurai has gotten out of the Vic. He's overwatching that sector. Maybe they're moving the 1117 somewhere else. But that could potentially put it in the crosshairs of the 2S25. And if that 2S25 can snipe that vehicle early on, it's going to be a little harder for Blue 4 to be able to bounce back.
I think Koala had a good plan here, but I think he is starting to get a little bit jumpy. He's wondering why he's had no contact. I say more veteran command side, this would probably be better to deal with the situation, but because this is I'm fairly certain Koala's first time ever commanding, he's going to be a little bit of unsure of what to expect. And I think, so he's against Depso, who we also don't know about his current, commanding ability, but it is very unlikely for an FNF game to go almost 15 minutes without a single shot being fired at an enemy.
Well, it's also because of the AO. Op4 spawned over 3 clicks away from the actual sectors, so I'm not surprised we're going this long. Yes, it is uncanny, but that's also by the mission design. What I do like about Koala's strategy, and this might just be because of his inexperience, but evenly defending all 3 sectors is actually going to really work in his favor, because even if he loses 2 of those sectors, if he extends the firefight, he could still win the time. And I think at the end of the day, based off of how long this is all taking, this is going to fall down to time. So as every second passes by with Op4 not engaging at this point, that is just slightly increasing the odds that Blue 4 is going to be able to come out on top, regardless of the commander's skill level. Because when you get to that late in the mission, commanders are usually dead at that point, or they're unable to reach some of their elements because the dude with the LR died, and the squads are just fending for themselves. So it becomes even harder and harder to coordinate later game strategies. And it just favors the defenders at that point who, just need to run the clock out. And the other 2 rounds were really quick, so I think everyone's ready for, a long haul mission compared to the other 2, which were pretty nasty stomp outs.
Yeah. Well, I really know what to fill the dead air here with, because it's going to take a while for any attack to start.
I think we're going to have contact start within another minute or 2. Despo, he's sending Maz's team as a recon element to take point 276. Blue 4 doesn't think there's an attack coming from it, though. And as I say that, I hear more shots going out. That is Bravo HQ suppressing with a Gaz. over on Sector 1 itself, specifically the tree line a little bit in front, probably saw the trenches that Delta 2 was digging. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. Where are Op4's vehicles going to come out and start overwatching from? Where is Blue 4 going to fold their forces over to defend? And where is Op4 then going to push its units to get around that? I think this is a feint.
So
Go
I
ahead.
just want to say, I don't know, the Dust Eyes is a group. What group is Dust Eyes in? I think is it Bravo? Or fuck me, what group's in? Oh, anyway, Dust Eyes, Bravo HQ just took fire from the 1117. And right next to where Dust Eyes is actually the 2S25. So if Vagrant gets that call, and that 1117 still decides to poke its head out, that's perfect bait, perfect kill for the 2S25.
Yeah, so the 1117, they got one of their guys dismounted. It's Lusoed. He's looking with his Vector 21 over to the tree line where that gas was opening up on Delta 2 for Blue 4. If they go into a position to engage, that 2S25 could come out and snipe it. Probably with an ATGM round. So they can have total control over even if the 1117 tries to pull away. But right now, I think Despo is just doing some minor flank attacks just so he can see where Koala is going to push his forces, hoping for a gap in the line to form so he can push that main force that he has to the south of Sector 1 down the tree line and then to hit the sector. He's really trying to divide and conquer Blue 4's forces, but if Blue 4 keeps in a loose formation, they'll be able to counter any pushes that come.
Run to toilet.
Yep, go ahead. I'm just a little worried about Blue 4 right now, though, because I'm not seeing much mobilization, but that also might mean just because, that might also be because they realize that that northwestern attack was just a feint to kind of rile them up and potentially position their forces poorly that Op4 can take advantage of. But I want to see what Charlie HQ does right here, because they're about to fight Blue 4 Charlie HQ. And this might cause some more pull to happen within Blue 4. But again, as the time ticks on, we might see Despo fall at a disadvantage because of, you know, how OFCRA does compared to FNF. But as I say that, Bravo HQ charging in. It's 5 member. Nope, it is only 3 members here charging right into the sector. Doing a quick dismount, Bravo HQ. The gunner quickly gets away as the PKP gunner fires up. These have people like Dooley and Bayant here. These are some of Blue 4's heaviest hitters. Looks like the gunner that stayed in the Vic was just taken out as he changed last second. But now, I don't get it. Because this force is coming up to hit the southern side. If this was being done, looks like an explosive satchel was just thrown. Had to have been a charge. No, it might have been a satchel. They were trying to blow up that building, but that building does have a destroyed texture because, you know, it's not a standard building. It's something else from a building pack. Or maybe it's from RHS. Smoke grenade being thrown. Dog 4 is unconscious, so I think that was thrown defensively or an explosive trap by these guys. Blue 4 is folding in their force. I just heard the 2S25 fire.
God, what's going on?
2S25 hits the 1117. Driver is unconscious, driving in circles. They're trying to get another shot on it, but they're unable to. Driver just stopped driving. Let's see if the 2S25 can make that kill shot.
What?
There, another hit, but it's still kicking.
Why are there red fours in Delsk?
They charged in.
Why?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest. If they were doing that to a different objective, I'd get it. But Op4 is like gonna start sending other forces at different angles. The only thing that did was cause Blue 4 to pull forces into that sector and further reinforcement force it, which is gonna make it harder for the remaining Op4 groups to actually push in. Meanwhile, there's still 4 guys on the southern side for Op4 under Charlie HQ, and they're just in the middle of a bunch of Blue 4 guys.
Yeah, it's Falcon right next to him.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I think Falcon knows. Yeah, Falcon knows. He's lining up a shot on someone now.
I don't think he's lining up a shot on someone. I think he's heard them.
All right, you just had Lurch run into Maz. So you still hear that 2S25 firing down. I don't see where that 1117 has gone. It's pulled all the way to the south.
Your rear, Skipper. because if you don't, this is gonna happen. You miss.
Falcon misses the shot. There's the back of the headshot. Hillary Clinton style. I'm ruling that as a suicide. He fired while the other guys were firing, so I don't think Op4 has any idea that that sniper's back there. Great way to drown out your audio. Another shot goes by. It ricochets above Shepard's head because the shot was a little too low. Falcon, take your time. Headshot, but it did nothing. The tracer bounced up, but I saw the blood splatter from his head.
Yeah, I hit someone in the neck twice the other day, and he kind of went, nothing happened.
There it is, knockout.
Oh, come on.
I love how Turk has no idea where those shots are coming from, but he's got Charlie HQ coming around here. That is Reaper, and he gets the headshot. So that four-man group is out. We got K-Kier, Gravir, and Fred coming around, but I think...
No. He's woken back up, Shepard.
He takes a sniper shot as well to the face. That shot misses because he pulls away in time. What good is that 338? I just watched it hit like 3 or 4 times in the face. Granted, these are Alton helmets, and there's not supposed to be any armor gain from the fact they're using Altons, but I just watched 3 headshots just do nothing. 338 headshots. The blood came out of the face!
Yeah, the registry is fucking stupid.
I know. But Op4 now doing a valiant charge here into this sector with the BMP supporting. This could be big, but the BMP is looking in the complete wrong direction. It was firing down to the south. Might have been red on red there, which is kind of weird. But now Op4 is going to start getting their foot in the door. 2S25's actually pulled back. I guess fearful of where the toe might be, which makes sense.
Where is the toe?
I have no freaking idea. That might have been why that 4-man team was marauding to the south. They were looking for the toe. Otherwise, BMP just got a nice kill.
Bay was one of the guys who died. Oh, Julian Bay died.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I see their bodies right here. But the Matt Gunner is also dead, so he's not going to be able to get a shot in the BMP, as it's now charging ahead, which is a bad idea, but they might have seen that they killed the Matt Gunner, and now they got a lot more cover of this area. Got Stottenberg trying to run around the side, almost picked off by Leia, as she is leading the charge here on the southern side. But this objective's in a lot of trouble because it's being flanked and has vehicle security, but now you got the 117 coming out. It is limping along, though.
Yeah, he's single crewing it, though.
Yeah. Because they took a lot of fire from the tank. Grenade throw! Knocks out Burt. Great throw by Leia getting it up on that roof.
Damn.
So that 117 actually just took out one of the Op4 guys from a pretty nice range. You also got the M2 Humvee coming along. We need to see that 2S25 reposition and cover this spot. Otherwise, Blue 4 Armor is going to start tearing apart this attack. So great adaptability there for Blue 4 trying to get their vehicles into support. However, you got Johnsoon here trying to spray down the more armored M2 Humvee. That thing's going to start firing. Shots are really low, though.
The gunner is still up.
Yeah, they just weren't able to line up those hits properly.
Oh, dear. Golf 2, guys. They do have a PKM, though, so it's not going to do a lot of damage, but is that... No,
They're going for a headshot. Satchel goes off to the south. I'm not sure if that caused any casualties, though. And now the Gaz might try to chase that M2 Humvee, which I don't agree with.
That Gaz needs to just turn around and head back towards the BMP2. But no, the BMP2 got snuck up.
Yep, just got snuck up on by a 117. They should have repositioned that 2S25 to cover it. It's not doing them any favors right now. I get that they're scared. Oh, they just shot someone from the M2 Humvee just went down. It was the gunner. Azariah is still driving for his life. The MP2 is charging in blindly at this point.
This is Az's plan, leading him.
He's leading the Vic, yep, to the 117, but the 117's too busy. Target fixated.
Oh, God.
AT comes in and hits the 117 from the north.
BMP2 was still up last
That was a
time I
shot
checked.
by
Yeah.
Banks.
BMP2 is still up. It doesn't have a gunner or a commander anymore.
And now the Gaz is chasing down that M2 Humvee as it continues to drive, still having a very brutal fight in the Sector 1 objective building.
Az is not having an enjoyable time right now.
No, he is not. He tried to get that one 777 to cover him. It did not because it was target fixated. But Op4 is slowly breaching and clearing out this building.
I think Az is trying the same tactic, but pulling him straight up to Charlie HQ, which
Yep.
is the better idea here, and this Op4 crew just needs to bugger out. But they are bloodthirsty right now. They are kill fixated, which is something you should never become in FNF unless you know that, you're safe. Because now you're clearly being pulled up here straight into an enemy barrage. And
where's that AT?
there's actually a guy with a 50 cal static.
I see a F-15th MEU member once in a while, Bob.
Realize the barrage of fire coming out. Gun is knocked down.
More around in NA. But thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Goose is down, so yep, Az had a really good idea there.
Yeah.
And both are now down.
And there's the AT to wrap it
There
up.
goes.
Target fixation is a bitch. Meanwhile, the 3 Blue 4 guys, Burt, Fire, and Bald Eagle still holding their own here. Burt, I think, just got taken out, though.
Yeah, no, Bert's still alive. Bert took someone
yeah, it was the
out
other
with
one, my
a
bad.
pistol.
I don't know, numbers-wise... Wow.
Twins managing to somehow survive that barrage. Now they know there's at least one more guy, but Bald Eagle opting to maybe go for a rush here.
He didn't see the guy on his left, and he is now 2-teamed.
Oh, he ran up.
Wow. And he
Bald
goes
Eagle
down.
That is the sector
That's Sector 1.
But Red 4 have lost a huge
Yeah.
amount of units there.
That 2S25 should have been repositioned to support. I get it would have probably been taken out by the tow, but it would have been able to snipe the vehicles coming in, giving Op4 a lot more relief. BMP wouldn't have been assaulted there. The Gaz wouldn't have been target fixated. Op4 would have had a lot more forces to go in here. And now I think we're going to see Blue 4 utilize the tow. What?
Eander's just sitting here right. Okay, he's finally been taken out. The 2S25 saw Eander, and Eander just pulled out his fucking binos, got a range, and then went to pull out his
AT and the 2S25
AT.
sniped him?
Yeah, but the
Amazing.
2S25 looked so terrified because it was backing up and firing its main cannon at Eander.
Nice. Yeah, I see his body. If you figured out Iander, the AT guide, was about to shoot you, I would probably freak out too. I don't know, looking at the skull counts here, Blue 4 definitely has the number advantage now, but they're divided amongst 2 sectors, and they've got a large force to the south. I think if Op4 could rally what it has, it still has a good shot, but right now it's just going to be individual skirmishes.
We are currently missing 1 times fucking tow. So
the tow is over at .47 by Mito and Patriot. It's overwatching the Sector 1 area.
Mito and Patriot.
Yes.
Can't see me.
Mito is Alpha 1 HQ. So is Patriot.
Oh, my Alpha 1 thing for some reason went like you have the arrows and you can make it so you can't see the team. I did something. Lurch started getting fired up, managed to get his head down quick enough.
Is that a
but he's
CC?
got
No.
Syek. And who is that? Walking up on him.
Do you have an
Syek and Tymek
MGO
both
sight
walking
on
up,
that
Lurch
thing?
trying to escape. Tymek moves into the compound rather than going around it, giving
No, he's got an SU-230.
time
Okay.
to pull out.
Which would probably be an
He's actually
SU-238.
pulling out an AT.
Yeah, stolen AT. That's an RPG-26.
Lurch on fucking blue side.
I don't know what's that. I get, they have it on the
Brunson
southern
BP2
hill,
are
but
actually
it's
firing up at Bravo 1.
been a bit misplayed in my opinion.
5 just blew something up.
It blew up the Humvee, which blew up this area and caused some pretty significant casualties.
Well,
I
no,
am...
it didn't- I
Yep.
don't think it caused any casualties. I think it caused them to run away and panic, which then led them straight into the BMP2's line of fire and the S2S5. So the S2S5 actually...
That tow is being really, really useless.
Yeah. Oh, is he going to make it out?
Yeah, because the BMP, it's behind the sector building, so
Yeah,
the
it's
tow
gotta
can't
be-
get an angle on it. They really need to have it accompanying a Humvee, and then pull that Humvee to the south and just get a better position on it while they coordinate with a spotter.
Scania Recon are just taking so many hits from this 2S25 right now.
Azariah driving that Humvee again, hits a rock.
Yeah, it's got a gunner in it, but now they're being fired at by the S2S25.
That's not the 2S25, that's a random guy with a PKP. It's Schult. But they're freaking them out, making them think it might be a coax.
Yeah.
But they start returning fire.
Yeah,
2S25's backing away a little bit.
They're not going to be able to see him.
What a strange round, because now we're going to have Papega under X-Ray start breaching Sector 3, and they're probably going to win that fight. We do see some forces mobilizing back, but Blue 4 are just in really weird positions here, and they might actually still lose. It's still anyone's game.
Charlie HQ are coming down. How many do they have in that vehicle? It seems like they have about 4
I was thinking,
or
yeah,
5.
it was an M145. No, it was a 230. I just had some really weird angles on it.
Right now, if they want to capture it.
Because an M145 is that's a machine gun sight, literally meant for area suppression, not actual marksmanship.
But if Choke could get a word in, he could
That's
probably
why I was so
"Hey,
confused.
I've got the Vic right in front of me, the Humvee.
Fred and Vince are in a gaz. They might just charge right into Sector 3. Coda is knocked unconscious.
One of the X-ray guys. Has he got any blood running? Yeah, he has got blood, so he's been hit by something. Wonder what he was hit by.
Probably the sniper spotter team to their west, or excuse me, east, to be honest.
Go Team 6 now.
Then again, it's a really thick bush. I have no idea what got him. He just failed his wake-up check in front of me, so I honestly have no idea. Toe fired!
What's I fire at?
The Tonk.
What are you doing?
The Tonk is hit.
The Tonk took a hit and didn't care about it. Oh, okay, Buckets is dead. The gunner is dead.
Yeah, I think the gun's disabled. Another tow missile going out.
Oh, did that splash?
I think that hit behind it.
I think it hit the ground. Yeah, it did.
I don't see the impact crater, but I don't see any damage on the 2S25 itself. That would have knocked the engine out if it was lined up properly.
So X-Ray managed to make a push into the village, took one of them out. One of them's down. They just have to find Platoon HQ now and take him out.
Tron Waffle, thanks for the 3-month resub. I hope you are enjoying this round of FNF, and I hope you continue to enjoy the rounds of PvP, the Daisy, and the Arma Ops, respectively.
Right now.
At this rate, we need to see Blue 4 just fold into the sectors to reinforce.
Yeah.
Just Op 4, for whatever reason, has started bouncing back on the skirmishes perspective and getting some good pickoffs, but what's time like? Time, we've got
So
17 minutes left.
Dead, so they'll have to move their commander into there. But looking at it, it took barely any damage. It hit front armor, which is still going to do a decent amount of damage.
I think
but
Blue
it's
4
not
still have the
gonna
number
probably kill
advantage
it.
here,
Its
but
gun might be down. I'm not sure. There's no damage textures, but the gun is pointing down.
Bravo HQ charging 3 dudes into the other sector. We have a Humvee coming up, though. It's the M2 Humvee. These guys are screwed because they're going to dismount right on the back, but the gunner misses all of his shots.
Well, back to 18.
They pop an explosive trap, but the Banks, I don't know why he's not firing. He's not caring.
He's firing on 18, but he's going to fire.
What are you doing? You're going to backblast your friend. What is this? What?
Banks! Yeah.
You just fired? What is, he's reloading.
Yeah, Banks have been shouted at to shoot this one, no?
What are you doing? There's a vehicle. There's a vehicle. Oh, I wonder what that noise is.
Look, obviously everyone has their reasons, but this
What?
annoys me solely because if I was like, because I've played on the ground, you've played on the ground, and if I saw my teammate doing this, the only one with AT.
What are you doing?
Firing at enemy contacts while there's a Humvee and
Oh my God.
behind. Genuinely, that annoys me.
Yeah, no, that's not
I
panic.
feel
That's literally being tunnel visioned on something else and not listening to your surroundings.
So the Mega Pirates are
Which I
still
get
in
it, people
town
get in the
and
moment,
moving
but
around. It's just Platoon HQ. His friends have left or died.
That's Chult, yep.
He's got Vince, Kakir, Geva, and Fred to deal with. He does have a couple guys coming in to reinforce, but he's got to move quick.
He's got to find Koala, who's chilling in the building. There's the 15-minute warning.
Here comes Vince. Koala's looking at his friend's body. He's actually starting to heal him. Vince, what are you doing? Vince is
He doesn't hear the CPR. Yep.
Yeah. Vince, who's giving his dead friend CPR.
Koala does not hear the reload magazine. Here's the breach. Koala's dead. And there's Sector 3.
3 captured.
Almost said 2.
It is up to this force now, and they could do it. That 2S25 now has to just move in.
So, funny enough, Chult was right on top of an explosive trap, but he got in a firefight with Yanni because Yanni drew him out. And that saved Chult because as he was running back to get into cover, the explosive trap went off, but he came out unscathed. Damn.
Red Force still have this in their bag.
Here, Koala, fun fact. If you check the body and see you cannot drag or carry someone, they're dead. You were medicing a dead body.
Alternatively, you can't walk through an alive
Yes, they would
person.
have physics. So if they're alive and you find you're clipping on their body, they're still alive.
You were giving a dead man CPR. It was
Yes.
very, very sad.
Take your necrophilia elsewhere, please. Oh my gosh, so we have Op4 trying to infiltrate the line. 2600 now trying to spray down from the flank. He's about to get walked up on by Nemesis with a 240 Bravo. But someone else beats him to the punch.
Red 4 right now is that the fact that they have this, the force they are taking on is scanning recon.
Why is the BM... No. Why is the 2S25 charging?
Chat.
Does Blue 4 have AT?
Yeah, Yanni does actually, and Yanni's the closest one to him.
Yep, he took Iander's Maz. He's gonna need it. Oh my god. So, I understand why the vehicle's charging at this point. They took a tow. They're just saying, fuck it, and they're trying to get in there and take things out. What just blew up back here? That was a Humvee.
That was the Humvee. Az is dead. Wait, was that?
That was a Maz round, but that was, who is it? Naders got the kill there.
Jeez. Oh, and here come the push. This S2S5 is going to be vital, but...
Ooh, Dust Eye's trying to catch this guy. Why was he not guns up? And then he gets blown up by the 2S25!
Shy, that is an enemy weapon. That's
Oh
an M4.
my god!
556.
Oh my god!
Shy, that's an enemy weapon.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Shy, turn around.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Do, 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 do.
I fucking hate you.
I don't get it.
I'm going
Every
into
FNF week we see something just mind-boggling. Which you would think they'd learn, but no one ever does. For me, I don't care. It's content. I do like what the 2S25 is doing, though, at this point, but my
I've
god.
just gone into the AA Discord and put Shy, enemy weapons, enemy weapons. Have we got Bravo 1 on the outside here? Nafs.
Op4 might be able to turn this one.
Just funny, I was just fucking...
Just shelling the building.
Shells.
That 7.62 coax I don't think is going to be able to do any penetration, but I mean, Op4, they
Shells will.
have the force in the AO. They've got the extra numbers to come in. You got people like Lolo and Mito that are way on the outskirts trying to get in. Falcon and Lurch are starting to fold in. They're probably going to catch Naders out of position. Is that Yanni?
Mega Pirates.
No, it's Nafs coming in.
Yeah, it's Nafs.
Doing his best to
Did he get
breach. Nafs just killed someone, yeah. Now
Did he?
he's coming around, yep.
Gets
Looking-
spotted from behind. But Nafs managed to make it out. They move back in. Nafs moves into his old position. His friend is legged, though.
Try to fire through a window.
Oh, here comes X-Ray, though. Papega Pirates.
Massive Op4 dismount on the building. And Nafs just killed the other two guys. Great play by Nafs there. Holy shit. But now can that building hold?
They're doing the dance of death. They're doing the dance of death. Platoon HQ and another guy just completely whiffed each other's foot.
Of course they did. Oh my god.
Fucking god, what is going on?
I don't know.
Oh, guy in the window was shut up.
Yeah. There goes the 2S25.
And they're on fire. Just run in. Just run into the building while on fire. It doesn't matter.
He's coming in the building. The man is literally on fire, and he is looking for people to shoot. I love it. Building has been cleared. It is just up to NAFs. And you hear this man screaming, and then one of his, no, X-ray from the south with the stolen SVD puts him out of his misery. That is Falcon coming in with, what is that disgusting abomination on his gun? Is that a SVD
Yes,
with a freaking ACOG? No, the Burning Man! He literally blows up the fuel tank as he's killing the Burning Man. What is this? Blue 4 folding in a few more reinforcements. This is it. We also have Lolo and a Humvee. This is a 5v5.
Red 4 literally have it all to lose here, I think.
All right, we got Lurch, Falcon, and Nafs in the sector. Mito coming in and Lolo coming in. They're fighting Naders, Sayek, Griever, Flux, and Tymek. This could go either way. 8 minutes remaining, excuse me, 8.5 minutes remaining. But Op4 have control of the big building, and Blue 4 is going to have to breach. Or they can just wait it out, to be perfectly honest, because they're the defenders. Flux with the 240 Bravo trying to fold out. Tries to catch Nafs out of position.
Ooh,
Falcon takes fire. He's pulling away, triple timing it back. He might have gotten a kill, though. There's only 4 Op4 guys remaining.
No, I think he was killed from the window by someone down.
Is he trying to use that little slit? No, he's bandaging. That's really dangerous because they can see you through that slit.
Mito might no, Mito does not see Geva right now.
Lolo doing the freaking late-ass dismount. Oh my gosh, Lolo, you goober. Got Geever coming around, throwing grenades.
Geva should stay as silent as he can for as long as possible and not throw nades. It is just.
I don't think they'll be able to home in on his position if he's throwing grenades, to be honest. Those could be mistaken as UGLs. He breaches, fires across. That confuses that one Blue 4 guy, and he goes down.
Falcon tries to get him from behind. Is Geva going to make it around the corner? Geva actually opts to hide. Manages to make it just around the wall.
Yes, Falcon!
One person left. Takes out Geva from behind.
That snaps. He's been doing really well here. We need to see Lolo move in or Mito move in. I don't know why Lolo dismounted so early. I don't know why Mito is camping the outskirts. They're really...
position here.
Oh, dear. He's going to catch him. No!
Tymek caught him, though. He saw him.
Yes, he
and
did.
Nas doesn't know he's there. Platoon HQ.
Yeah. He's oh, hold up. Who wins the firefight? Ah!
I was right.
My God. It came down to a 3v3, but the 2 other guys, I don't know why Lolo dismounted so freaking out late, and then Mito was just trying to camp a building as a defender. Dumb ideas from the others, but damn. Just damn. Blue 4 at the individual level made misplays, and that's what cost it for him, unfortunately.
My ego.
Shut up. I love you, buddy. All right, I'll BRB. Please stop inflating his ego. I have to deal with it. All right, guys, we will be back with the NA branch in a little under 2 hours. Those were some pretty intense rounds. Hope you enjoyed them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. After I end the stream, I'll pay it out to Op4. Otherwise, cheers. Have a good one.